Yes, people, what is going on? What is going on? Champions. Welcome to the champions section of the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal FC. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Xavi, Alonso's assistant. Very happy to get started on a new campaign. What's going on? How are we doing?
Interesting. We're joined by special guest Lola in the building. What's going on?
Much. I'm good. How's everyone else?
Champions. I'm joined by Robinho.
Is your mic muted?
Who?
Peter.
I can hear him.
I can't hear him.
That's crazy.
I can hear everything.
I can hear Adrian. I can hear Robin. I can hear. But I can't hear Peter.
That's so weird.
Nah, it must be. Yeah, it must be you. Maybe you should drop out and come back because I can hear Peter. Man.
Cool.
Champions. That's what you can't hear. You just can't hear that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, United fans can't get the frequency.
Brother Adrian, I'm telling you, yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. That is the weirdest thing ever. Have you muted me, Ernest? I think that's what it is. You just said I'm blocking this guy. Joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
Testing 1 2. Can you hear me? Just double checking. My internet's moving mad, so I'm just double checking. We good? We live?
The internet's moving higgy hagger.
Yeah. So let me know. I might have to jump in and out.
Yeah.
The wires today. So yeah.
You're like a news reporter in Tel Aviv at the moment.
Damn.
Yeah.
On the big meeting. I think that's not the fun, but yeah. Big up.
Right, let me jump out and come back in.
Cool. All right, cool. And joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
On the slots.
Wow.
La. Listen, man, it didn't end well, but no, you got us a league title, man.
See, now I can't hear Adrian.
Nah, man, nah.
I can hear 85. That's crazy.
So you can hear me now, but not Adrian.
It's the iPad.
Hey, Peter, any title talk to you, United man can't hear it. When you're talking title talk, they couldn't hear it. I sang Arne's last name, you couldn't hear it. Listen, what can I say?
No, that's too funny, man. That is too funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I said any Champions League talk, I just can't hear it, boy.
Can't hear it.
Premier League. Wow.
You lot are killing me, man, honestly. Yeah, are you done, Adrian? I didn't know whether or not you.
Yeah, no, big up Arne Slot, man. Big up Arne Slot.
Yeah, big up Arne Slot indeed, man. Premier League champion, and yet got the sack straight away. Guys, what a bloody season, mate. The club football is now officially finished, and the players are on the plane for international duty because you know what's crazy? The World Cup starts next Thursday. How mental is that?
What?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday is game 1.
I needed to breathe, man. What's all this? It's too much.
Listen.
Breathe this week. That's it.
You've got a week and a half, boy. You got a week and a half to breathe, man. But yeah, man. Welcome to the Top 4 podcast, last one of the Premier League season. But obviously, we'll be here for the World Cup shenanigan of it all.
Pete, we're gonna try this one more time. All right.
We're gonna try it one more time. Ernest, who can't you hear this time?
I can hear Oscar. I can hear Peter.
Can you hear me?
I can hear Robin.
Can you hear me?
I can hear Lola.
Okay.
Premier League title.
There we go.
But
if it locks off again, I'm just gonna go to the
now, yeah?
because this is long.
What's funny is he can't hear the title stuff, and every time somebody mentions the title, you can't hear it. Therefore, you have no context. But when you watch it back, if you do watch it back, it's
it depends what title we're talking about here. If I'm very honest.
Hello.
Robin, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Wearing the PSG kit is crazy.
It's crazy word.
I didn't even peep it.
Look at you. Because I was going to say a Paris Saint-Germain fan. I was going to say that, but I just thought I'd leave it.
Oh, my word.
Hold on. I saw it when he jumped on.
I clocked it earlier.
I didn't put two and two together. In fairness, he normally wears different tops, innit? Bro.
Adrian, you know what? Yeah, but nah, man.
No. You definitely meant it today. No. I'm just clocking. I'm just clocking on now.
Yeah.
I'm just clocking on
I think
now.
I'm gonna miss this.
I think you know what? Fair enough, man.
Anyways, before we get into the nooks and crannies, I want to know if you guys had any surprise or highlight of the week.
Saturday was funny.
Saturday.
Saturday was great. I enjoyed my weekend. How about you, man?
I was cool. Trey was great.
You was there, yeah?
Yeah, but I was about hybrid at the station on the roof.
Highbury Corner, Jesus, that was.
I can't lie.
That was something else, man.
Met police. They're not that guy.
And they were not useless. Sorry, on the way back, they were useless. Respectfully,
They're not that guy.
Wait, guys. Why are they not that guy?
they were useless, man.
What?
You know what they're doing?
Two twos now. The parade finish at what? 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Why am I hearing man them can't leave until 9:30 p.m. at the line?
Not even that, but look at this. you knew in advance that the parade was going to happen. You knew the size of the fan base. Do you know what they were doing? They were on the roof on Highbury Islington, yeah? People were trying to, like, figure out how to get somewhere, bottled off. Do you know what they're doing? They just kept doing this.
Did you see Highbury Islington Station? Did you see Highbury Islington?
But okay, guys.
They weren't anywhere to be seen.
There was minimum like 900,000 people there.
That's not the point. You knew this was happening.
What's the point?
You knew this was happening.
Yeah, you need to prepare.
Okay.
You need to prepare.
But guys, knowing it's happening and dealing with that, what do you expect them to do?
Guys, what happened?
David, we're talking about Met Police trying to manage the parade or people trying to get home, and it took like 5 hours just to leave Highbury alone.
To be fair, I've put a parade section in the chat anyway, so we'll get onto the parade specifics. All I wanted to know what was everyone's surprise and highlight of the week. Obviously, we know Lola's was being at the parade. What else? What else? Has anybody got anything kicking off there?
Just purely that was one.
To be fair, man, the weekend was a football weekend.
Yeah, it didn't end well. It didn't end well. But guys, listen, we need to do what we did on Saturday more often. Watching football with the man there is
it's goated.
It's goated, yeah.
It's good, bro.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I remember that Champions League final we watched. Was it Madrid Dortmund? We watched that together. That was class, man. That was class.
World Cup's around. We should do top 4 watch-alongs.
Yeah, 100%.
We booked the final, no?
Let the people know where we're watching.
Did we?
I haven't booked it.
Well,
I haven't booked it yet, but I can do.
Okay.
Let's do it now. Let's do it now.
No, because I put Champions League and World Cup final.
Okay.
In the group chat, yeah.
Need to be
early. We should do it now.
We need to be early, bro.
100%.
Hey, Pete, the way the man was standing outside.
Bro, in the heat, bro.
Every 15 minutes you turn, there was more people.
Yeah,
bro.
Just for like context for people that don't. We watched this game in a pub outside Westfield, like it was like a bar that had an outside bit. Like you had to book to get in. Luckily, we have the admin assistant Robin who books ahead of time.
No, you know what, Oscar? Shout out to Robin.
Robin's the greatest.
I was not trying to stand for love, no money, man. No way.
So we had our table. We were sat around watching the game. When I tell you, people,
Adrian, it was hot
in the crowd, man.
Aching hot. People were outside the pub. There was a stretch of I think during the second half, there had to have been about 70, 80 people outside. Like it was mad. They were just watching the game.
What was the temperatures in London on Saturday?
30, 29.
30.
Bro, it was warm.
It was 30.
Peter, Pete, I get to Stratford. Yeah, I'm going the way. Overground, mild way line. Ram, bruv. Arsenal fans. I was like, I'm not getting to Shepherd's Bush. I had to hit the central. I had to suffer.
Whoa.
Bro, the platform was done and the trains were all delayed.
Surprised you didn't just pass out. Surprised you made it to destination.
I said
yeah, see now when you guys are complaining, I have more energy for TFL and how they handled that Saturday. Because TFL was a mess. It was an absolute mess.
The nearest open station was King's Cross, but we'll get into it when we talk about the parade.
No, but the parade is. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Actually, I don't know if this counts as parade. If it's, I'll say a low light of that. Only one thing that I didn't love was, I say it every year. I think people say it every year, especially girls say it to the other gender every year. How are you not walking around in this heat in this time? We've had how many heat waves? You might not walk around with deodorant. Man, you man stink. It's hot. And you might still not carrying around deodorant.
I had that locked and ready, bruv. It was in the pouch.
Also, the amount of people in like big jackets. What are you doing?
You know what they're doing.
Yeah, but for me, I'll say this.
You know what they're doing.
Everyone I know, everyone around.
You know exactly what they're doing.
You know what they're doing.
Everyone is about it though.
No. You know what they're doing.
You know what they're doing.
It's the size of their leg. Pause. But yeah.
Sorry.
My highlight of the week, obviously, guys. I've had a tremendous weekend overall.
Yes.
I mean, I went to Budapest. Thank you, man. I went to Budapest.
I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Peter on the butt. Listen, I despised every minute of Instagram because all I was doing was like, who's got a video of Peter Majuzzi? I need to see this guy.
Peter, I saw you. I was
so proud, man.
I was in Soccer Aid. I saw you on what was it, Sky News or Sky Sports? I was like, yeah, they had man ready.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Only thing is, brother, where's your shirt, blood?
But look, bro, if I wore an Arsenal, obviously I was working. This was uniform for that. But I prefer it because it was just players and manager that had the kit, and then you saw, and then we're talking like, say the whole squad was on the bus, and then
you had
1, 2, 3.
There's on there.
No, not on our bus. They weren't on our bus as such.
How would they get in the footage then of you?
They took Arsenal's feed, so Arsenal media was on the bus. Okay. Then it was like we're talking a comms person. We're talking two people from comms. Obviously, Josh Kroenke was on there. Ben Winston, who's part of the board, he was there. Great guy, man, flipping out. And then two comms people, myself, and then the media lot. There's about 3 of those in total. Okay. So it was a squad and literally like 5 others. You know, some of the directors were not even allowed on that bus. That's how friggin' like. It was honestly the highlight of my probably career, yeah. But also, guys, friggin' announcing in Budapest, man. Like,
yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I was at the Champions League final next to the Paris Saint-Germain. Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, I was going to ask, were you next to the your PSG counterpart?
I reposted because he put a video of himself and I reposted it, and like, yeah, it was so cool, man. Like, he's such a good dude. Shout out to Greg, cool guy. And like literally me, him, and then like UEFA delegates and all that were just there. And I'm standing there thinking, I remember watching the Champions League final at home, 16 years old, with the family, broken because we lost to Barcelona the way we did, where I didn't even watch Champions League football for years. The final, I never watched the final until Inter won it. And even Inter winning it was because we were at a party. If you lot remember, David, Robin, Ernest, you guys were probably there. We were at Tanya's party.
I remember the exact birthday
or something like that. And it happened to be on. But if you think 06, it's like 07, I didn't watch. 09, 08, I didn't watch. 09, 10, barely. You know, 10 was because it was on the screen. 11, I didn't watch. Actually, no, 11 I watched because that's what we watched at my house. I remember Ernest was there, and it was Man United, Barca. And then from then on, I watched them again.
You watched 2012?
I don't want to get that far. Like, I've told you, I broke the line at 2010, 2011. So it is what it is. I've watched them thereafter. But yeah, I remember just sitting there thinking, I can't believe I'm here. Like, I can't believe it. Cannot believe it. And like the amount of people that I saw in Hungary that I know from London, whether it was work colleagues, whether it was Arsenal fans, you know, Arsenal fans, they're so bait. You can just be, you got the coat guy, for example. He just wears a coat and everybody knows who he is. There's all sorts of people there that you just know. I've seen home and away. I've seen them everywhere. And it was, guys, there were so many Arsenal fans in Budapest. It was actually insane. Because
what was the allocation?
For it was 17K for both, right? So check this.
I thought it would be 25. Okay.
So check this, right?
It was like 3/4 Arsenal,
man. So check this, right? So they had 2 neutral stands at the stadium, and the neutral stands were a mixture of Arsenal and PSG. So there was a bit more than 17 in total.
Okay.
But in Budapest alone, there were more Arsenal fans without tickets than there were with. The Paris Saint-Germain fans, every Paris Saint-Germain fan that was there had a ticket to the game.
Interesting.
And Hungary were aware of this. So they built this fan park for us that was much bigger than Paris Saint-Germain's one, because they catered to like 20,000 for Paris Saint-Germain in their fan park. We had a 50,000 fan park. It was just insane. It was insane, and it went on. It just carried on. It was like a festival. I was in Glastonbury, and I managed to host a bit of that as well. And shout out to everybody else that was on there, did their thing, and it was just like the maddest experience of my life ever. And then to go to the stadium, do that, and just be so, like, I had to pinch myself bare times, because I was like, when do I wake up from this dream? Like, when do I wake up, kind of thing. And then when you think, okay, we lost the game, we'll get to that as well. And you think, okay, cool, like it was a fun ride. Like I did Palace away, remember last week? I'm frigging announcing the champions last week. Then I come back to London. Guys, the parade, I honestly, like it's like a 2-hour journey, and I'm standing there surrounded by the squad.
Yeah.
Surrounded by the squad and Mikel and the board and the owner, and they all like they're putting like faces to names and stuff like that with myself, and it's been the greatest moment of my career ever. I feel like I've peaked, because if you win the league and you do the parade, what else is left? Okay, Champions League, fine. But, I did the final, for goodness sake.
You did the Champions League.
Like it was almost one of them ones where like I've completed the game. It's like But what's so funny?
Yeah, go on.
I mean, what's so funny is that I'm so like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm so hungry for next season. Like after a football season, you get football fatigue, innit? You don't want to see football. The fact that World Cup's next Thursday is a bit mad, like blah blah. No, guys, I'm ready to go again.
Pete, I know you want to move on to the actual game, but can we allow this section to just be a bit of a Q&A for you personally? Because this is insane. Like this is actually mad. Yeah. I've got a few questions.
And you get it, Oscar. You get it, because we've grown up in the same house for years. We're football guys. Not that anybody else isn't. As in, just like if anybody gets it, Oscar gets it, because we're the same person. We're literally the same individual. So go on.
No, just like, okay. So firstly, when it comes to being at the final, what was the prep like pre-match, and then because your announcing was like before the game, you had to announce the players coming in. Talk us through just like a couple hours before kickoff, the stadium filling up, and what that was like. So like,
I fly on Friday morning. We're talking early flight, 7 a.m. Right, private thing as well. Like shout out to the Gooners, man. Like it was a private thing. So basically, we're at this private terminal in Stansted. Like I've never seen it before. It's like off the cuff. So I'm like, what? I'm like, this is elite. This is crazy. And there's me thinking, it's just a small little plane, whatever, with like a couple of us like who are working the game, because there was a bunch of us working. They took people there the day before. They took people there 2 days before. All that stuff. But I'm on the plane, with Garlic, CEO. I'm there with the board members like Ben Winston. I'm there with like all the directors that you can think of. They're all there. Josh was not on there, but he was on another plane, literally beside us. It was just a blacked out plane, had Arsenal badges all over it. It was purely staff, and then it was partners. So like Adidas people were there, Emirates people were there. You start to learn like football is such a business. It's mad, because they all got flown out there, because I think we make about 150 million a year on sponsorship. That's our commercial revenue to a degree. It's about 150 million a year. So you can imagine if you're there able to fly people out. I mean, Parler was there, David O'Leary was there, Ian Wright was there. There was Theo Walcott was there. There was quite a few of them, and they were all like we're all on the same plane, chilling together in the lounge, in the private lounge, and you get onto the plane. Anyway, fly there. I land straight. As soon as I land, throw the bags in the hotel, straight to the fan park to do rehearsal. So there's like a whole lot of rehearsals going on there. It was a bit more Arsenal centric. When I got to the stadium, UEFA were like running the show. I thought UEFA would run the show on Champions League nights. Guys, in a final, it's like Area 51. It is so locked down. And you know what's so funny? We were doing like rehearsals. Like, okay, cool, let's do a goal announcement. It's like, you guys have watched me do it all year, but okay, fine, we'll do it. I'll do it. And they'll be like, no. You need to follow the script detail for detail for detail. And it made me realize why finals in all competitions are so fabricated, because like my script for a goal announcement, was to shout goal. When we scored, if you could hear, I don't know if you heard it over the TV.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
I shouted goal. I shouted goal for Arsenal. That was the first thing I said. That doesn't sound natural. Doesn't even sound like me, right? Goal for Arsenal. They do replays. They do all VTs. They referee checks if it's onside. Blah blah blah. Then we come back, and then I got to say goal for Arsenal again, and the goal scorer number such and such, Kai Havertz, right? Then after that, I didn't have to confirm the score. So I'm there like Paris Saint-Germain 0, Arsenal 1. You know, you just think, and then UEFA's delegate then repeats.
Yeah, when I watched it back,
then the UEFA delegate, who's a female voice, so you could hear her quite distinctly. She then repeats it in Hungarian, and I'm there like, this is so fabricated. Even like when we were doing our starting 11, like I thought they wanted an Arsenal thing and a Paris Saint-Germain thing, like how they do it. Not quite. They allowed me to do the whole repeating the first name thing. I had to fight. I had to fight for that because I was like, this is what we do. This is actually what we do back home. And they're like, well, yeah, I get that. It's UEFA's competition and we're in Hungary. So there's two things that are not yours. And I was like, okay, fine. And then even things like, and then you have to announce the manager. So I've done the starting 11. I then have to announce Mikel Arteta as the manager. And it said Mikel Arteta head coach. And I just said, oh, by the way, he's not the head coach. He's the manager. And they were like, no. In UEFA terms, everyone's a head coach.
Wow. And
you're there like, okay, cool. I'm thinking, how do I explain this back to the PR department? Because they're going to ask those questions. Like, why are we referring to him as thing? I said, listen, that is a question for you and UEFA. That's not on me. I'm not about to put my neck on the line for this.
Hold on. Why would they almost hold you accountable for that?
No, as in they wouldn't know until I explain myself. They wouldn't have known that. They would have just thought I just went rogue and called him a head coach for some strange reason.
No, because to me, to me, the way you're explaining it is that the entire production is different.
Yeah. So it is, and the thing is as well. It's like what I was learning is
it just happens though. Isn't it?
There's no communication though. It's not. Sometimes Arsenal will brief me and say, "Here's what the plan is when it comes to these UEFA nights." Cool. Didn't get that brief for this game. So as far as I was aware. Oh, they want it like it was
UEFA.
We're playing Man United. I thought we're playing like Man United at home. How would I do it in the North London derby? How would I do it? Hence why you bring us there. Because in all honesty, why do you bring two announcers to the stadium? Really and truly, the Puskas Arena has its own.
It feels like it's for decoration, then, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Or for the casual, or
to hear the voice. Because my question is because when I watched it again, I did hear you the second time. Like I did hear it. The PSG announcer was louder, in my opinion, when Dembele scored. Oh, you're muted.
My voice was cooked, bro. What I tell you, I was cooked on Friday because rehearsals. It was like we were going band for band, basically, right? Then, which I think it was stupid of me to do because I don't know what I was competing with. Then the Saturday, obviously, I did the fan park. I'd been announcing all day. Then I go to the stadium, cooked, bro. And the pre-match, there's certain things that you wouldn't have seen because you would have probably been on an ad break or Laura Woods or whoever's talking about Saturn or Keown or whatever. But there was a lot of build-up. Like I was leading things into these big, massive, like Arsenal's social media where they got like big videos about like this is our moment, blah 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 blah. So I'll be doing lines to sink into that. And then when the Angel played, when North London Forever played, I had a little. What do you call it? Like a big up, like rather than just hitting play on the track. For me, I was like trying to grab the attention. So I'm like, Gooners, are you ready? This is the Champions League final, blah blah blah. Let's turn Budapest into North London, and then we'll play stuff like that. So by the time I got to the goal, I said, when Havertz scored, I was like, Jesus, give me a break. Like I've literally rang the voice through the ringer, and then he scores, and I'm like, he scores a Champions League goal. This has to be the biggest moment in my life to announce this, right? So
your voice is God.
It could be now. I'm cooked. No,
it's not. I didn't hear you. You were loud. It's just I was just saying. That's like, Rod. Did they turn the PSG guy up loud?
No, because me, I've got that bass. You know what I'm saying? I've got the bass. Yeah, the PSG guy was proper like, yeah. And the thing is, and the thing is as well, they gave us these mics that were like. Like you have headphones and you have like a little mic here.
Like a singer.
Yeah, man. I need the handheld, man.
Yeah,
there's so many things you can do with a handheld that you can't do with a side table. Anyway, But anyway, yeah. So that's kind of how it went, Oscar. And it was just like, there was a lot of but you know what? Yeah, like I hate football in it because, like, it was so commercial. Like it was so commercial, and the only thing that made me think like, oh, this is actually Arsenal from England was the fans and the players I saw on the pitch. Everything else felt like a Champions League final, because Arsenal not been in a Champions League final for 20 years. So things had changed since we were in Paris. But, you know, like the Killers came on and performed. I don't know if that was on TV. Did you guys see that on TV?
Yeah,
it was.
It was muted still, but it was there.
I'm seeing the Killers on TV and they're singing Mr. Brightside. And I was like,
was that what they sung?
They did like 4 bangers. They did like 4 bangers. They just went like bang, bang. Because that's the first song I heard. There was a few songs I heard that I've like, I've heard it somewhere. Like I've heard that somewhere before. So I was like, right. But this is 15 minutes before kickoff. You know, like give it to me an hour before if you have to do it. If you have to do it, like not everything has to be Super Bowl. They're not even Americans, UEFA. You know what I mean? Like just keep your European traditions, keep them strong and rich.
Doing it before the walkout is just wow.
Do you know what? I'm used to it because it's been quite a few now. So
the only one that slapped, I won't lie, was Imagine Dragons.
That was if you watch the Killers, I would say, because I did watch it back. Good show.
Nah, Imagine Dragons.
But do you know what it is? So for us that we were in like this bar watching the game. We're not even hearing it.
We had the DJ.
It is for people that are at home that have just happened to tune in that probably aren't big football fans. And they want to get into the spectacle. Similar to like how a lot of people from the UK will tune into the Super Bowl, even though they don't really watch NFL, but we want to see Bruno Mars or whoever.
That's a good point.
So, yeah, it's not really
it felt like us. It felt like to me it's for the people in the stadium. Maybe. Nothing about it felt like if you're in the Puskas Arena, then you're in the know. It felt like it was something that nobody would see outside or care about. I mean, the fact that you even had the game on and they muted that part, that kind of tells you, I mean, not that it was supposed to be muted, but anyway, it was all gimmicky and stuff. But yeah, that
my question is, when you heard the Champions League anthem, what was going through your head?
Brother, did you hear the Champions League anthem? Because here's another problem. There's another problem I had. Well, if you heard it, you would. And Robin, you're a guy in the know normally with these things. They did not play the original Champions League anthem.
It was my man on the piano.
It was the piano man.
The man on the piano. The Champions League final. It's already been remixed from the original because there's an original Champions League anthem which is the greatest of all time. But they've already changed that. Yeah, they've changed it like about 3 or 4 years ago to like a bit more. They tried to make a modern version of it. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it, man.
Greatest anthem of all time. Don't touch
it. A masterpiece for crying out loud.
Even my wife will be like, the champions. Like she knows that bit. She knows that song. So like so there's already a remix I don't like. Then they put on this final remix because even the player walkout was a different track as well. I'm like, oh, I ain't played this all season. What track is this? Then I see the players come out and I'm like, oh. Then the anthem starts and it was horrendous. So in answer to your question, Robin, it didn't feel, I would have been in tears had I heard the original anthem. Floods, because my eyes were full when North London Forever played, my eyes were so full. It was like, oh my days, this is the greatest moment ever. Like, what is going on? What's actually happening here? So
I have one more question and then I'm done. North London Forever or the PSG song, which was louder, like in your opinion? Because they're both loud fans, so I'm just asking. Because I can imagine the intensity will be there.
I'll be honest. Because I expected PSG to be louder with everything. I think Arsenal matched them. I think they were both as loud as each other. I think they were quite equal. I couldn't tell you who was more.
Champions League final.
I couldn't tell you who was more. No, but Oscar, you know what? Like
17,000 Arsenal fans, and these are fans that have been going home and away because you couldn't get a ticket unless you were a serious fan.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to be loud.
Paid through the nose, 100%.
100%. Yeah, no, 100%. It's incredible what you can do with 13,000. 17,000. Let's argue those 20. Let's just argue for the sake of the neutral stands. 20,000 is smaller, is as big as Crystal Palace. When I think of Crystal Palace, I don't think necessarily that they're the loudest fans in the world.
They are up there, though.
No, they make a good amount of sound, but you think it's because of it's Little Palace. It's a little Sellers Park ground. in the Puskas Arena that holds 70, and we've got 17, and they're making that much noise anyway. So yeah, that guys, it was mental. But all I did was just like literally plane, airport, rehearsal, like hotel, early morning, back to festival.
You didn't see any of Budapest.
All I did, I only saw it via Uber. And the thing is, I was telling my wife, I was like, we've actually got to go to this city because the city's actually lit. It looks sensational. And like, I don't know. I've never heard anyone talk about Hungary or Budapest or anything. I've never really heard people talk about it. And there's a Grand Prix there. It's like Formula One. Like I watch Formula One every year, and it's in Budapest. And you know, it's a lovely city. You know, those Eastern European countries. Don't sleep on them. Mm-hmm. Don't sleep on them.
No, I was there earlier this year. Thank you, bro.
Where was you? What, in Budapest?
In Budapest, bro.
Shut up. What was you doing there? You didn't tell us.
Oh, you know, I'm a man of coach. Well, it didn't come up in it.
Bro, highlight of the week comes up every week. You could have given us that one time.
You know what it is, though? It's just, I hear it. Sometimes the mood don't dictate for it. Like, let's just get to the football. I hear it,
you are a man of culture. That's one thing for sure. You like, you know what I mean? You dabble. But like, you know, like if you go to Spain, France, Italy, maybe Cyprus, you just think everything's the same. Like it's very samey. Then you go to like a off-piste, you go to like a Hungary or something. I'm hearing Albania's cooking right now. You know, like things like that. You just think, okay. I heard people talk about Montenegro and stuff like that. You just think, okay. We'll get
Pete, let's get into it.
We need to move on to 5 p.m. Kickoff happened, early kickoff.
5 p.m.
Yeah,
bro.
Oh yeah, do you know what? That makes sense, bro. I remember leaving the stadium after penalties or like after the ceremony. I'm thinking it's 10:30. It's like 10:30, and I'm like, I've done extra time penalties. I watched the man lift the thing. Like we've emptied the stadium, then we left, and it was like 11 o'clock. Let's say 11 o'clock, 11:30. I go back to the hotel, and it was like, go back to the fan park even, and I was like, this feels weird. It should be 2 a.m. It feels like 2 a.m. It definitely felt like it. It's a long old day. But yeah, talk to us, man. Champions League final. Paris Saint-Germain win on penalties against the Arsenal FC. Back-to-back Champions League titles. I think this is is it only Real Madrid that's done this back-to-back? I can't remember.
Only Real Madrid in the Champions League era.
Okay.
All the other ones were before, which were...
Was it like Ajax?
Nottingham Forest, Nottingham Forest, Ajax,
Bayern. I'm sure Liverpool did it, no?
You think?
Did it back-to-back.
Was that?
Did you? It was cup. I was waiting for the admission.
I'm sure Liverpool did it.
Yeah.
What year was that?
He just said you think.
I think when Tunis was telling Pogba to put his medals on the table.
There's no time to think. No time to think.
Yeah, I guess soonest. I guess the soonest times. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, Hanson, that man were cooking.
Serious guys.
You say 85. We can't talk about the 80s because we couldn't even play in Europe because of these, man. Anyway, but yeah, you know, Paris Saint-Germain, credit to them. First final apparently since 2018 that both teams scored in the final. I had to look this up. I said this can't be right in the Champions League
since Sadio Mane.
Yeah. Real Madrid, funny enough.
Real Madrid,
when you lost,
when they lost.
Is it the lost one?
Yeah, 3-1.
Isn't that concerning?
And also, there's been a few pastings as well. There's been a few
Isn't that concerning? Like, there's always been a clean sheet in the final since 2019 onwards.
That's mad.
I feel like the winner has been the standout, if that makes sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think this is the first final in a long time.
Where it's like
it's the first final since Liverpool Madrid, the second one that has been tight.
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah.
Last year was a spanking before even 20 minutes. What was the other one?
Was the year before?
It was Dortmund Madrid, which was 2-0. Yeah, which actually was close. Because Dortmund should have scored two goals.
Dortmund were just dibby in front of goal.
Yeah. But listen. Credit to bear in mind, Paris Saint-Germain, I don't think bought a player in the summer, right? They said, you know what, we're gonna go again with the squad. I think they bought a goalkeeper. That was probably it. Said,
that was it.
By the way,
He's not
Boy,
good.
oh boy.
He's okay. Yeah.
He's terrible. I said it.
I've seen worse goalkeeper performances.
Yeah,
We did
I've seen worse.
Definitely.
We tested
He's like a
it
good
once.
run in the region.
We tested
decent.
once. We
You
tested
didn't.
once. We tested once and we scored. We didn't test again.
Okay, that's not the point.
Hey, you see that stat that's going around that he didn't make a save? Yeah,
It's crazy.
Hold on, didn't he make one when he got the head injury?
What's the Kai Harris one? Does it not count?
Yeah, but the thing is, it was a cross.
It was a cross.
When Saka crosses it,
Okay.
is that okay?
It was a cross.
It was a cross. It wasn't a shot. Yeah.
Okay.
So what? There was no shots on target from Arsenal.
He touched it.
From the second half until penalties, you didn't have a shot on goal.
And this is the problem. This was my thing.
I'm just saying that was the stats. Well,
I mean, fair enough. Everyone say that. There's other finals weren't close, right? But flip me when you're saying that, when you're giving me that, when you have a shot on goal,
let's keep it about attacking wise. In terms of like pure stats, not good. In terms of like watching it, it was a flub from the attack.
Oh, it was tight.
It wasn't a case of we didn't have the opportunity to take a shot. It's a case of we got the opportunity and messed it up. Because I saw multiple times Saka. I think Saka had a poor game, as much as the entire attack had. But I think he had like 2 chances that were created that should have been converted into shots. It didn't happen from Kai. I can't remember who the one was. Obviously, there was the counter attack messed up by Martinelli. I think there was something by Noni that happened as well. But you get what I mean? Right? It's like pure stats show not on target, which is still horrendous, by the way. But looking at it, it's like if there wasn't a clear sign throughout the league that we need to upgrade the attack, it was the fact that we had opportunities to make a shot and we've messed it up in the game. Because
if I'm an Arsenal fan, I don't want to see a single purchase made beyond number 10. I don't want to see a single signing made
from 6
beyond number 10. Yeah, six backwards, no signings.
Because I even like balance it out because it's clear that our defense, because even if I know he gave away the penalty. But it's because people say because Ben White's going to leave, we have to get right back. Muscara gave away the penalty, cool. But unfortunately, moments are moments. But before that, he was great. So as far as I'm concerned, Timber, he can be Timber's back up, and that's fine. I don't want to see any other defenders come in.
You largely nullified their attack.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's one of those things where because it's fun to pretend, because we know on paper and we've seen them in games how great PSG's attack is. But pretending that they were some kind of greatness in this game, they weren't. They were nullified by players that people don't tend to rate. People were talking about Muscara's going to cost you, and technically speaking, I'm not denying the facts of the game. But bar that moment, I didn't hear much from Doué. I didn't hear much from Kvaratskhelia. I didn't hear much from Dembele. I didn't hear much from whoever the else was up front there. It's not downplaying their ability, but the fact of the matter is, what I saw in that game. We all know how great those players are, and I would still take some of them. But the fact of the matter is, in that final, it wasn't a case of they were moving mad, and all Arsenal would do. No.
Yeah.
This is why I give Arsenal a lot of credit because the first half we were all sitting there and saying that who is this PSG? Like we were like raw, like Kvaratskhelia was not on it at all. Yeah, no, we were like. Yeah, no, Arsenal nullified PSG. All like the first half, well deserved to be ahead, no questions asked. I personally think it came to the probably at the pen or just before pen. I think the pen was like 65th minute. We could just see Gabriel was tired. Muscara was tired. Saliba was getting run past so many times, especially by Barcola when he came on. It's just Barcola.
They said he's got injury, innit?
Yeah,
he's got an injury now.
Even that one was more. But even the Saliba one was more when it was 1-1 and we had to actually.
Yeah.
We had to open it, so we went higher the pitch. So that was always going to happen. The second they
Saliba did well to keep up.
Yeah, the second happened, we were always going to have to move up anyway. So that was bound to happen.
And I just think from then PSG went back to normal because they had the ball and they were just trying to get through. An annoying thing was that watching it's like Arsenal's biggest thing is just that you don't cross the ball, and they kept crossing the ball left, right, and centre, and you don't have the height to deal with it, and they're just keeping the ball around. But I think that's testament to Arsenal's shape because regardless of how tired you were, you kept it for the 120 minutes. And unfortunately, it's just a game of moments. Like I said, Champions League finals, many, many things. It's a game where you don't want to mess up. It's a game of moments, and it's a game of concentration.
That's what I say.
Because at one point, I was like, I actually asked Ernest, I said, are they actually going to win this game 1-0?
Yeah,
because it was that tight.
But yeah, this is like, you can be as horrible as you want in a final, but the moments are all people are going to remember. Because as far as I'm concerned, I think it should have, could have, would have at this point. But I think we can all, if you're looking at the game, that penalty is not conceded. PSG ain't doing a damn thing. I said it with my full chest.
Yeah, I agree.
Not scoring in that game.
I'm not sure. I
genuinely believe it. I think purely because the longer it would have gone on, don't get me wrong, they would have tried more. But you can see certain players in that, in frustration, you can tell. Because I saw Vitinha, I saw Dembele, all these men were pointing and getting vexed because they couldn't get through. They were laying enough shots that weren't even close to being on target.
We said it.
Crosses. It was one of those things that you can tell, for me, based on how, because we're just more used to it, I don't think they would have scored.
But the mistakes from Arsenal were coming.
And that's a good point.
Maybe, but
that's a fair point as well.
I think there's truth to both.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not like 100% locked in it, but I think mistakes can sort of happen. But it's like, I also think that penalty doesn't happen. I think Timber comes on earlier. I think a lot of the mistakes that happen later on in the game happen because we had to come out. I think it doesn't happen. So Saliba doesn't get, Barcola doesn't come on and have all that space to run into and mess up his lines twice. Movement that happens doesn't happen as much because they just were not giving them space for it. A lot of the things they did well were requiring space. Again, because PSG have always been a mistake anyway, what's they always say, the XG cheats. So I'm not even going to pretend like it's not out of the realm of possibility that one of their long shots doesn't just happen to go in. But I think based on how things were going in that game, I could see us winning that 1-0. When we pray, but I don't really give a crap because it is what it is. All that will happen is that we would, but it didn't happen. We had a penalty. We didn't attack properly. And then Arteta, unfortunately, because I think he did well for the majority of the game, he did that fatal flaw of having that front three on the pitch at the same time. It has never worked. And the second it happened, I said, we need to pray for penalties. From the second I saw Gyökeres, Nelly, and Noni on this pitch at the same time, I said, the only thing we can do is pray for penalties.
No check.
The only thing I said we can only do is pray for penalties because nothing was happening from that.
How's the ball staying? How they passing it to each other? Oh yeah.
Let me give my thoughts here. I don't know what games you lot will. As I said, that one, we done well. First half, no problem. I turned to Ernest, minute 50 to 55. Peter, go watch it back. I don't know how you saw it. I think, were you sat near the PSG end or were you like in between?
Yeah, I was in the neutral stand, but it was like at the back of the lower tier. We had like a podium level kind of thing.
There is a moment, I don't know if you clocked it, and I turned around to Ernest, I'm like, we're tired. Saka is tired. 55, that gap between the midfield and defense opened up. And that's where that mistake came from. That's what they were waiting for.
And David, didn't we say it's a game plan of styles make fights? It's a box. This was a boxing match.
PSG's using.
This was two different boxes.
They're jabbing away. They're not getting through, but they're killing us, bro. And we're running.
And they will not stop asking you questions.
Yes.
That's what me and David were saying. PSG are not going to stop. So how do you counter with your questions? David will verify. Oscar was there. I said Martinelli absolutely has to come on, and Kai Havertz to me should have played the full 120 because Gyökeres came on and absolutely nothing happened.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
I don't know if people are going to be. I sent to my friend. For me personally, Kai Havertz 100%. I didn't want to see Gyökeres. I wanted to see Martinelli and Marino because I'm thinking he's on the bench. He'll play 30 minutes. I wanted to see Marino on that because Gyökeres,
absolutely,
you can't have both of them. He was one runner in terms of like a counter guy because we're playing deep. You needed at least one person who can run. You have Martinelli for that. Me personally, I can say I wanted to see Marino for security in ball, and I know we can finish if we end up kind of like having a break, which we ended up having at one point, and it was messed up by Martinelli, but it should be someone on the ball. But you get my point. Like something like that would have happened, and Gyökeres, even though he had a better end to the season, I didn't see what he was going to do. And then he decided to drop. People talk about how Odegaard was non-existent, how Saka was bad. Gyökeres managed to drop the worst performance I have seen in how long, in the smallest amount of time. And he had a cheek to be tired. That's what annoyed me as well. You were bad. You had to cheat to be tired of the man who played the entire game. Look at my face, man.
I just think, and this is why I wanted Odegaard off the bench, because here's the problem that we run into. We're tired and we're not keeping the ball well. And you've brought Eze on, who doesn't keep the ball well. So there's no one to hold the ball up. Zubimendi, also, that's someone who you think you brought to control, didn't control either. So the ball just kept coming, and I'm just like, oh, this is long, bro. And unfortunately, yeah, we got to, go on, Pete.
No, I think you guys have made some very great points. I think I agree with basically what all of you have said on this. I think when I was watching this final, a couple of things that came to mind was it's a shame that Arsenal had to approach the game this way. I mean, it was the only way they could approach the game, but it's a shame that that this is where we were at the end of a season where the game plan that we set out was the only game plan we could do to win the game, if that makes sense. So because we played PSG in the semi-final last year, and I think we were unlucky to go out. There's a part of me that feels unlucky to go out, and we attacked PSG, especially the second leg. Maybe the first leg at home we were a bit shook and we froze a bit. We didn't perform. But the second leg we went out and we attacked PSG. Donnarumma was outstanding, and PSG just hurt us in the end. I agree with Ernest in the sense of like, they can play the long game because they've got it in them to. We'll wait for this mistake. It's coming, because if you're a team who is constantly on the attack, you're having way more shots on goal, way more shots on target. The possession I heard we had was about 24%, which for a Champions League final is
woeful.
Wow. It's just wow, right? So, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the season, we built the squad. So as I was talking about PSG last year, we then went again, built the squad, and I feel like we were better equipped to beat PSG this year, and I thought we could beat them because I think we were close last year to beating them, and our squad was worse. PSG didn't recruit, like I said. I think they just bought the goalkeeper. I think they bought two keepers because I think this is it Safanov. I forgot his name. I think he was. I think he was the second goalkeeper because they bought somebody else.
Yeah, he's the second. They bought the little goalkeeper.
Yeah, and they felt like Enrique felt like he wasn't up. Enrique felt like he wasn't up to the task, right? So it was a case of if we go for them, and I always felt like if we're going to beat PSG in the Champions League, it has to be a one-off game. I don't think we can go two legs, really. I just didn't think like this year anyway. But because of the way we've been playing all throughout the season, you guys have made some great points. I do think, however, as well, our Kai Havertz goal came too early. Because as soon as we did score, the game plan that you lot are all talking about, I think was accelerated a lot faster after we scored. Because it just seemed like we were, okay, let's play chess for the rest of the game. And listen, on one hand, PSG couldn't score a goal against us unless it was from open play, they couldn't score a goal against us. Credit to the boys. That's fantastic. Credit to the coaching staff. Credit to everybody involved in tactical shape, in whatever, right? In performance and all that. I hats off to them, because to keep a Paris Saint-Germain team at bay, people are questioning whether or not PSG are good anymore. That's what I was hearing. Now, I get it. They didn't batter us. They didn't play the normal PSG, but I think that's because of us. I don't think that's because of them. So on one hand, we nullified a lot of their attack. I totally hear you. But the fact that they always had the ball, the fact that they were always in control, the fact that they always had the possession, the fact that it was the case of course, Christian Mosquera makes the mistake because he's a left-sided centre half who's playing at right back in a Champions League final against Kvaratskhelia. Lord have mercy. But at the same time, sorry, just to finish. At the same time, Dembele comes off, Kvaratskhelia comes off. They take off their big guys. I can't remember. There's another one that came off, and I was like, oh, this game in extra time.
Ruiz came off.
Yeah, Ruiz in extra time. I actually thought this is the moment to win it. Penalties is a flip of a coin, right? It is what it is. Penalties are penalties. We can critique. We can discuss that, and I'm fine with discussing that. But once you get to the penalties, it is a flip of a coin on the day. Who's going to take a good penalty? Who's not going to take a good penalty? What keeper's going to be doing? Blah blah. Extra time was the moment that actually I think we had the better. It was just on us. The onus was on us to win it because they took away all their firepower. They took away all their control. They took away all of it to go ahead and try and put on fresh legs and try and do something different. You never take off Kvaratskhelia and Dembele in a final. But the same way we took off Saka and Odegaard and Havertz. You know what I mean? They'll be thinking the same thing. Oh, right, they're taking off Odegaard and Saka. Fair enough. Let's.
But Pete, you know what? All week I was discussing how Arsenal can win this game, and the first option I said was how it happened.
Yeah.
So if Arsenal score first, there is some miracle.
Yeah.
Hem of the garment stuff, water into wine stuff, where Arsenal can hold on for 80 minutes. Because PSG to me are the closest thing to 0-11 Barca. They are not the same, but they are the closest thing to 0-11 Barca as far as consistent recycling of possession.
Do you know who I think is closer? I think they're closer to the Bayern Munich of
2013.
Maybe, yeah, because it was playing Bayern Munich in that era. I just felt like we were getting strangled by a German in the war.
It was like Schweinsteiger, Muller. It was just Ribery, Robin.
Yeah,
and
even if it was 0-0, even if it was 0-0 in 89 minutes, you've lost the game 2-0. Like you would have lost the game 2-0.
Do you remember the final at Wembley against Dortmund?
Yeah. Oh,
Robin
example.
and Ribery
for
80 minutes were just
classic example.
It was constant. And
what we needed was that Chelsea Bayern performance. You know, in
29 shots at Petr Cech.
We need the miracle, yeah. But do you see why I said this is sad? Do you see that's why I said I'm sad about that?
But I was going to say, Pete, yeah, I agree with you 95%, except that. All season, you've heard me talk about the style of play issue at Arsenal. I think between Fulham and February, you haven't beaten a team in the league with more than one goal.
Nah, we've only scored.
And for me, I've always maintained. I've not said it in the group chat. I've said it more at the shop that like Arsenal's post-City performances don't inspire me with any confidence that you can magically just decide you're going to score 2 goals against PSG. You don't decide at the end of the season how you want to attack. No, and so the building blocks of how you approach this game were always going to be like a fear factor to me, because I'm like, Arsenal are not going to score 2 past PSG. They'll score. PSG ain't keeping a clean sheet, but they ain't scoring 2. And I feel like your approach this season to some games has killed you more, to me. I might be in the minority here. Your approach to games this season has killed you more than Gabriel's missed pen.
The only thing I'd say on that, Ernest, is that in the Champions League, Arsenal have been quite aggressive.
But we know why that is, though.
Yeah, and this is where, because like, you know, you just said you didn't think we'd score more than one. So did I. But I thought we would get a set piece goal. So the kind of like being a Havertz open play goal kept saying to my head, okay, if we can get a pen or a corner, then this can end up being like a 2-1-2 situation.
You know why I didn't think that it could happen? Because I think from Amorim's departure, from Amorim's departure here to the end of the season, I think United gazumped Arsenal in a set piece thing. Arsenal haven't scored a set piece goal consistently for months. Of course you're capable. Of course you're capable of doing it. But if I'm Lucho, if I'm Enrique, I'm like, of course I'm going to prepare for that. And there were times me and Robin were looking at each other like, these lot are going to score a set piece. And every single time, Pacho was on it. Every single time that you try to get a corner, one of their centre backs was clearing it, or you weren't as yeah.
And the time we got sorry, I was going to add that. And the time when we actually got the 2 corners, it was when it was on the side where the actual corner taker was not there, because the non-Ninja deliveries were nonsense. They were nonsense, and he's taking it.
Let's speak on it.
Because I'm trying to be calm, because
the side netting.
Under 10 corners, bro. I'm also feeling like shooting back.
I'm trying to be like, because you know me and Noni are friends, but I'm trying to be chill with it, because I think out of the people he attempted, he was still not good, but he attempted something. But them corners were disgraceful. I'm not saying we live and die by it, but you can't do that.
But I don't think June 2026 is the time to discuss Noni Madueke.
No, it's not.
You know why, Lole? Yeah? Because nobody on this panel wanted Madueke. In fact, if you were not an Arsenal fan, you wanted him at Arsenal.
I think to Lola's point, to Lola's point there, I think it's the fact that the corners, the set pieces was one of our biggest arsenals this season. So if you're gonna have that, if you're gonna have Noni Madueke taking them, and they're being taken the way they were taken, Lola's bang on. Like it's final.
And in general, if you see Noni's corners, because I knew for a fact what was gonna happen. By the way, if you were around when I watched it, I knew it was gonna happen because Noni can't take corners. Well, he can, but he can only do near post ones.
Yeah.
Like even the one he scored from like the one he scored from like the corner was purely near post. All of his corners, if they're not short, are all near post. So I knew that was going to happen. And that was my thing about it, because Saka and Rice can do variety. Even Martinelli can do variety from corners. Noni can't. He does one type, and it has to be
Lola, I don't know what you guys think. You guys have played football before, right? Do you ever just think that it's unacceptable for a professional footballer not to be able to take a good corner? Like 100% of the time. I genuinely don't understand it.
It should be 70% of corners should be in a good area.
No, 70 is too low. 70 is too low because we're talking about in all seriousness, yeah. Because
poor corners is one of the 7 deadly sins. It's awful.
I think so. Yeah, I think so because I've been on the pitch before. I've stood on the Emirates pitch before, do you know what's always caught me off? Not to flex, but you know what's always caught me off is how small everything is. See, on TV, everything looks gargantuan, looks huge. I mean, Old Trafford aside, right? Because Old Trafford is it's a museum.
Yeah.
But like everything is there. Like I stood on the edge of the D at the Emirates, and I was like, "There's no way people miss penalties."
Adrian. Well, yeah. I was gonna add Adrian. Let's move past it. As like we're about, we will talk about penalties, but just touching on it for corners for now, yeah. Like I think we have to give credit to the fact that the reason these guys are at the level they're at is not just because they can do the basics. There's guys in the Championship and League 2 that can whip a great corner. The point is, when you're exhausted, when the pressure is on, when it's the moment, when it's the Champions League final or Premier League game or whatever, that's when it just becomes harder to do the basics. And at the top level, that is what separates them.
But the thing is, when you come off the bench,
Noni was not exhausted. He just come off the bench.
I'm not speaking about Noni specifically. I'm speaking about when you say every player should be hitting over 70% of them. That's what I mean. Because it's the highest level.
I mean, that's my point on the group chat about the penalties.
A poor corner doesn't mean that the poor corner doesn't necessarily mean it's because the opposition player won the header or the keeper caught it. It's just that whole, we're talking the side netting stuff you mentioned earlier. They're not beating the first man. That stuff is nonsense to me.
Can I go? Also, I wanted to talk before.
Or overhit ones. Nothing worse.
We were talking about the style of play. Ernest, you mentioned earlier that like June 2026 is not the time to criticize Noni Madueke signing or whatever, yeah? But also, is it not fair to say that June 2026, when Arsenal have won the Premier League and Arsenal have got to the Champions League final and held a PSG team to extra time, is it kind of hindsight to not hindsight, but like, is it kind of easier to criticize their methods because they didn't get over the line in the final? When you consider when you consider the fact that attacking wise, Bayern Munich were great against PSG, but they got opened up. Chelsea scored more goals against PSG in their stadium, but we got opened up. Like all the teams that have faced PSG have got slapped, and Arsenal held them by playing the way that they played. And even in the first half, the goal that they scored, it was a breakaway attack. So it's like if Arsenal's front three were able to convert one of those breakaways in the second half, or a corner was to go in, it is kind of a game plan that you can't really say is flawed.
I think it is, because if you have one shot on target in 120 minutes of football, that's not good.
Yeah, but that's an execution.
I think you're both right. I think you're both right. I think Oscar explained that very well, but I think Ernest is bang on at the same time. You have to have more shots on goal.
You need to have more shots on goal.
Guys, I looked at Inter Milan 2010 against Barcelona. Yeah. The first leg was 3-1. I think Inter had 28% of the ball and scored 3 goals. Yeah. We are not here to discuss how well football is. How long have I said this on this podcast? Yeah, football is not just attack, neither is it just defense. You have to do both.
No, it's your right.
No, Oscar. If you don't win the Champions League, if Gabriel had scored that goal and Arsenal end up winning on penalty shootouts, Arteta is a master.
Yeah.
When you don't win, you can't talk to me about your game plan.
No, but you can't talk about Ronnie Madueke.
You can't.
You can't talk about Ronnie Madueke.
You cannot.
Because it is purely the finishers. It's purely the final third guys.
No. But that has been the most consistent thing I have said on this podcast.
That's true.
Have I not?
Whole season.
Have I not?
I've been complaining about it.
Have I not said Arsenal's midfield progression and their offensive capabilities and patterns have been the problem this season? Have I not said that? I have said that. So what I'm saying is, when pushers come to shove, Arsenal played, because Peter was talking about how different Arsenal were in the Champions League. Respectfully, Leverkusen, Sporting Lisbon, and Atletico ain't the teams on the other side.
No, but as in all season, Ernest, how many goals, for example, how many goals did we concede this season in the Champions League? We're still unbeaten.
Nobody on this panel is going to discuss the immense capabilities your 2 centre backs have offered this season.
No, I'm talking about the. Okay, sorry. Forgive me. I meant the attack. We beat teams like 4-0. We beat teams 3-0. We beat teams. We beat in the Champions League.
You did. You did. But I would argue that a lot of what you did offensively that was good was in the first half of the season, both Prem and Champions League. I would argue that. Yeah, I'm saying from January to May, we started to see the same time I said you won the league is the same time we started to see more of a flip on. Now we have to manage games. Now we have to make sure that we are managing and controlling every aspect as possible. But that meant that you were restricting 1v1 opportunities with your wingers. So Saka wasn't getting as many opportunities as he usually does. And that showed in the Champions League in the second half of the season. So when it gets to PSG, I am not surprised that Arsenal scored just 1. I'm not surprised at all.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I 100% agree with in the side of place because, like I said, I said it in a more layman's way of saying from 2026 we've been crap. But because of the foundation we built and how we've got from 6 backwards, it was something we can maintain for a long season, not for like one-off games. But this is why I'm also saying it's kind of a fusion with like quality in the attack as well as the style of play. Because like put it this way, see how like you can we've seen it in different tournaments, different finals, whatever it is. You can win on defense and counter. The issue is our counter is us when it comes to certain, like, you know what I mean, like the way we kind of it's us. It has been, and it's like, and then it's like the balance is also off because, like, in my head, I'm thinking we had all our technicians in the front 3 on the first half. You had Saka, Kai, and Trossard, which means immediately in my head I knew.
So sorry, Lola. Shout out to Trossard, by the way.
You get what I mean? But immediately, I knew those 3 were going to be on. I knew in my heart, I'm going to see that front 3 in this game, and I was praying God this game ended in the first in like 90 minutes because if I saw that, it was long because the balance and the ability to actually convert counters dies the second you have Noni, Martinelli, and Jokic. Because we could talk about, because I think if you've watched enough Arsenal games, we do have counters. The issue is the people who cannot execute the counters properly. Hence, like I said, only what happened. But like the Martinelli chance, where we got the ball, Noni and Jokic ran.
What couldn't he do?
The passing.
The triangle. What have I been complaining about all season? Triangle. Through ball.
That's my point about saying the technique.
That is a basic. That was a basic ball.
The basics. The basics.
So like, put it this way. So like, what I'm saying is like, if we had the first half and it was Noni was starting or Martinelli, one of them was starting, and then you swap it like Trossard is on the second later on. You know what I mean? at minimum, because there's a technical security, and I know for a fact he can pass. I'm not saying it guarantees to change things. I'm not saying everything is going to magically shift. But every single game, I've always kind of maintained the point, in order for us to do something properly in attack, in already kind of like limited attack we have, we need balance in that front three. And the second we lose balance, you see nonsense, because, like I said, I focused on him, but I mean by the whole team, I'm focusing on him because he wanted to be doing up hairstyles when he was getting criticized. The level at which he refused to eat, and I knew I wasn't being harsh, because Steven Gerrard was fuming on the comms. If you were watching the English, Steven, he was fuming, just talking about how he hasn't made a single ball stick. What's he actually done? He came up with this. He has to be doing it. He did everything in his power to be rubbish. Kai Havertz was on one leg at a certain point, and he was still winning duels, was trying to battle up. And Gyökeres, and this is what gets me annoyed when I see people who comment and you're tired. You have the cheek to be tired. You did nothing but like hinder us. So it's all these things. So like it's a fusion of the style of play and the quality of players. It's up to me. A bag of man will be gone in the summer, but that's not going to happen. But that is what it is. And it's one of those things where
I take a lot of stock in what Arteta said yesterday.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to chill with my missus and the youths, and we are going to see how we can make changes. Because that some of the attacking attacking displays from Arsenal on Saturday was diabolical.
It was. And here's Ernest, what's been my biggest critique of Mikel over the years, right? Is that when he sees a problem, he does everything to hone on just that problem and deal with that. For once, I hope he hones on this. I hope when he looks at the window and he's in the summer. And I don't know if winning the Premier League title does that ensure there's a bit more extra 100 millions in the back?
I saw Josh Kroenke on that parade. He was getting too gassed. I'm seeing that happiness. You better spend money.
My friend,
Lola, come on.
There are thoughts. Hey. Anyway, but yeah, what's it called? I genuinely hope that he looks at it and says, "Listen, I have to be cutthroat, and I have to go and deal with this attack." Because honestly, when I left the final, I can't lie to you. Like it hurt, but I wasn't.
You weren't gutted.
It wasn't sore.
I wasn't
sore. Like I came out there thinking, and then, I don't know if did you not catch Declan Rice's expression after the game? I don't know if anybody saw it.
That was gritty teeth, bro.
No, because you know what, bro? I was there as well. Because even the PSG announcer next to me, he was like, "You guys, man, if you just turn the screw just a little bit, you're gonna kill everyone."
That's what he said to me. I kept telling Robin and Amanda, Inter Milan 2010. All you need is a Milito, an Eto'o, and a Schneider. And
we've got this, but this is the thing. I feel like this year was a foundation year, like a set of foundation, if that makes sense. I feel like we've set the foundation of what's to come. And honestly, listen, the Premier League is so nuts, hard, weird, you name it, right? Like City won the league one year, the Liverpool came out of nowhere, won the league, and then they were nowhere to be found this year. Arsenal won the league, right? We can predict all we like, and we'll get into our predictions a little bit later to react to those. But we literally, I feel like this isn't even Arsenal in third gear. And we won the league and went to a final, not conceding a goal in open play and lost on penalties. It could get scary. Like when I left the stadium, I was there like, we'll be back. I literally was like, we will be back.
People are doing too much with Declan Rice's expression, and I'm like, you know what? You people.
You saw it on TV.
I think people have again. I just want to discuss just for a few seconds the hating thing. Yeah, I think there's ethical hating. Yeah, I think there's a way to be an ethic. I'm an ethical hater. Yeah.
Oh,
you can say that, right?
Even Robin
no. Listen, guys, you know what my witness is. I clapped for both PSG and Arsenal in the game.
Yeah.
When I saw a good tackle, I was like, yeah. That's
it. Our defending at times was outstanding, by the way.
No, I know. Guys, ask them. I kept saying Inter Milan 2010. Yeah. But I think people are hyper focused on everything Declan Rice does.
Yeah.
If he has that expression after a loss on penalty shootouts, that is not something to drag him for and call him performative. Arsenal defensively, I can't think of a better performance since Jose's era. I cannot think of one. that was like if Manchester United watched that video, they'll be like, yeah, we're not there defensively. And I think Barcelona, Madrid, Bayern, Chelsea, whoever, none of us are where Arsenal are defensively. But I think people are just like, oh, it's just time to laugh at Arsenal, so just let's laugh. I'm like, I get banner in it, but if you're not on the level, let's all shut up. Because they lost to PSG on penalties. PSG, you lot were here in the podcast when I said it. When Arsenal beat Bayern Munich, Arsenal is the best team in Europe. You lot heard me say it. At the end of December, I said Arsenal won the league. The only team that could have a problem is PSG, and PSG didn't beat them in open play. My boys up top, Kavicha had one dribble that led to a foul. Dembele was anonymous. Desiree Doué might have been their only the best attacker they had on the day. I told Robin and David in the 10th, 15th minute, Fabian Ruiz is rattled. He couldn't do anything.
I was surprised he started. I must admit, because I don't think he's been in the squad that much. So
no, because he's been injured, isn't it? And I think Zaire Emery for me has been like, I know the name, I know he's been good last year, but this year to me has been his revelation season. Yeah, but Vitinha almost anonymous in the first half because he's trying to find outlets, and every time he's passing the ball, he's launching it instead of passing it on ground. I kept saying, why are PSG crossing the ball?
Can I quickly?
João Neves to me was their best midfielder.
Thank you. I was
on the game. João Neves was their best midfielder.
I don't get how Vitinha got man in the match.
They gave it to Vitinha. Yeah, I was like, what?
But that's a small little thing there.
I think Vitinha is the best midfielder in the world, but I think he got the PR trophy. Do you know what I mean? I think you give it to Vitinha because you like the way he plays, and so you're supposed to. And again, I don't think it's a huge error if you give it to Vitinha. I don't think it's the end of the world.
Personally, because obviously when the game, I don't know when they awarded the man of the match, but like personally, I thought Gabriel was the man of the match. Like in the match,
he was never going to win it.
No, but as in, but the man of the match is done before the final whistle, isn't it? So, like, the game was 1-1. The game was 1-1. I was
like, based on the result of the game. Yeah, Gabriel was a contender. Definitely,
Gabriel was a contender.
It was the man mountain.
Yeah, it was foreshadowing. It was foreshadowing.
Like, you know, every because so I think at the time when PSG were attacking the other side, like every time I thought they were going to score. Every time when they went forward, I thought they were going to score, and the tackling. The intercepting. I mean, even Mosquera had a brilliant game, bar the penalty game.
For me, it's Gabriel and Hincapié had fantastic games.
Oh, Hincapié.
Unfortunately, moments matter in
moments matter.
So it is what it is. He's going to be remembered for the miss, but it happens, isn't it? It is what it is.
No, but yeah, that's what I thought. It's done before.
That penalty, bruv.
It was done before.
I was going to say 2 seconds on the penalties
because we need to move on. 2 seconds on the penalties now, and let's move on. Go for it.
What's more important than these penalties?
Penalties, quickly. Eze, I like you. You're a lovely man. Things there. That penalty was a disgrace.
Never again.
And the fact that I saw that video of Mitchell telling you, "Don't do that again," a year ago.
And the thing is, there's actually a comp. There's a
compilation.
And failing.
There's a comp.
I have to think about, like, for me, penalties, in my opinion, I don't care how great or good or bad you are, you're not allowed to miss it. It's one thing if the keeper saves it, you are not allowed to miss the target.
You can't miss the target.
I am Gabriel's biggest fan. That penalty, I know he shouldn't have taken it. But he shouldn't have missed the target.
No. So I'm before we go to Gabriel, I want to say, and you know me on this pod, I said there's one thing about penalties. None of this dibby awful run-ups. Pick a target. And smash the ball. Just hit it. Like, there's none of this nonsense.
Martin smashed the ball in net. No one likes him, but I think it was good.
Robin's analysis is simple.
Hey, does Dembele have does he do a stutter? Does Dembele do a stutter? I'm pretty sure he
hit it.
I think he does.
But
he hit.
I think that's the no one cares. But if you miss, we're gonna do.
If you miss,
Yes, I'm talking about.
That's the saying, isn't it?
I don't even like
a good penalty is a penalty that you score, isn't it? At the end of the day.
I don't like it when you score it, but at least you scored it. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna miss. I'm on you. I'm on you. On the penalty thing. If not, I don't rate you. But if I see midfielders and attackers on the pitch, and I defend the penalty before you, you might have directly. If I had you here before, you're down. You're all losers.
I don't give a damn. Gabriel, if it's sudden death and Gabriel misses, I can live with that.
Fair enough.
He cannot
not be number 5.
Take the 5th penalty to keep us in the game or win it. I don't give a damn.
The thing is, the standards of this, right? This is men against boys, right? This is what this is. Let's just call it what it is. Because at the end of the day, Gabriel, like, I saw there was a bit of discourse in the group chat, and I thought we'll wait till we talk about it here. But that whole thing of, like, you know, maybe Madueke was the 5th penalty taker, but Gabriel said, "No, I'm taking it. I'm taking one for the team. Blah blah blah. I want to be a leader." I think if a Noni or a Zubimendi is not fighting this case, to be like, brother, you're the captain, you're the leader, but hold this. You've done your performance. You've done your performance. It's our time. Yeah. It's our time to replicate that performance. It's not the time. It's not the time for this.
An experiment.
Final.
Guys, as soon as he walked, no word of a lie, it was
nerves.
John Terry. No, I literally pictured
It was
John
Terry
against Man United. It was the thing, because I was like, because, you know, I'm watching. You just watch them walk, and you're like, oh, that's so and so taking it. Oh, that's so and so taking it. And then I saw this body because I know the Arsenal players inside out in terms of like how they look, whatever, blah, blah. You know, like you could just from a distance, I don't need to see the shirt number, I don't need to see the name. I could sense this was Gabriel, but I was like, it can't be him. It can't be him. So I'm wrong.
We were all shocked.
Yeah, I was just, I'm wrong. It can't be him.
Okay,
as he gets closer to me, I was like, please God, let him score, please, because it was just that thing of when you've got a Noni or you've got a Zuba, because I swear Noni took penalties for Chelsea. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's not foreign. He's not foreign.
So this was my confusion, because he took high pressure penalties. There was one where we played Palace and we had a 90th minute penalty on the hunt for top 4. It was a must-win game. He won the foul. Palmer was off. He said, "I'm taking it." Took the penalty, scored. He scored in like League Cup penalty shootouts and that for us. So I was like, I said to Ernest when the penalties happened, we listed all the 5 people who we thought would take it, and I was like, Noni's definitely going to score. Like, I don't understand why.
Was Zubi in that list as well? Was Zubimendi in that list?
Yeah, Ernest said Zubimendi.
Right. So there's 2 of them. You know, sometimes you could, because there's been years. I remember, I think even like Sterling wasn't taking a penalty or whatever it was. And you're just like, how do you let in like the Saka, Sancho, Rashford one? Yeah. How people like Sterling and whatnot were just sat there. At least those guys were forwards. That's the thing. You'd be like, okay.
I think Sterling was off, but Pete, to the point, because we were arguing this in a group chat a lot about, you know, who should a player step up.
I never like seeing defenders take penalties.
Who's to blame? So Nat said here, like,
unless you're checking.
Nat said Madueke and Zubimendi are cowards. Why didn't they step up? But in the example that you gave, where you spoke about England, Roy Keane came out and said, "Oh, the more senior players should have took a penalty ahead of Bukayo Saka in that time." And then Jack Grealish had to come out afterwards and go, "Guys, I said I wanted to take a penalty, but Gareth Southgate said no, he's taking it." So I'm not so quick to call the players cowards like Nat's saying.
I am, because I saw them say Gabriel asked for it, and then I said it was like cool. Which for me, what I wanted to be like, because out of our whole defense and midfield, of the options that we had on the pitch, Gabriel is my guy for defending. He is the least techy one in that back line. I would have taken Timber ahead of him. I would have said Saliba or Gabriel.
But isn't that the manager that should be saying that?
My point is, yes, and that's also my point is also Gabriel. I love that he doesn't hide. So I'm not gonna the actual wanting to do is not his issue. But the fact of the matter is, he shouldn't have been taking it. It happened. He had a horrible technique for it.
Not the 5th one.
I'm not hiding it and all these things. But it's just like there's players on that pitch. And I'm thinking in my head. Firstly, I don't know if people care about order of penalties. So it's the one that's I'm thinking. I don't know why he was 5th anyway. I don't know if that matters or not. But also just players like just don't hide. Those 2 specifically have just annoyed me for not being there. It's just annoying.
Yeah, I think it's that case of what everyone was fighting with.
Saying that you can't flame him for the bad penalty. It was a bad penalty. Like open, you can do what you want, but it's just it was just.
No, I don't know what you think, but like, it might be a thing of like, I think this is clearly mentality over technique. I don't think anyone for a second thought that Gabriel is more likely to score the penalty because he's got better penalty taker.
Yeah.
Right? But it's that thing of like, in that moment, and this is the thing, listen, I think we're overthinking it because it's them ones where Mikel has backed his player and Gabriel might have said, I need to take this penalty. I'm the leader of this team. I'm going to lead this team to stay in. And Mikel might have been like, yeah, this is the mentality I want. I want somebody who's ready to fight this case and say, you know, okay, off you go. Because he has trust in that leadership group, especially. The leadership group at Arsenal, he has full faith and full trust in. So even if he actually put Madueke as 5th, but then Gabriel says, no, I'm taking it. He says, okay, off you go. He doesn't want to kill that fire, and whether or not that's a detriment to him, because Gabriel scores, we're not having this conversation at all.
No, we are.
You get what I'm saying? No, we're not, because especially after Eze's missed his penalty. Okay, cool. Raya saves the next one, and it's like, I don't know about you guys. The wind started turning the other way. I actually thought we were going to win this penalty shootout. I genuinely thought
same.
When Raya saved it.
When Raya saved it,
I said,
you're gonna win.
"Oh my god, we're gonna win this!"
Because
it was, I didn't see much.
Peter, ask Ernest what I told him before the shootout,
bro.
What did David say?
David Raya cannot stay early.
Wait, on that quickly. The one after he saved the penalty. The one after that, when I said that's
the fifth one. The fifth one. Remember, Ernest, you asked me who's this guy, the one that came on.
That's David Raya, I knew.
David Raya was at the
airport.
Half
ago, by the way.
Whatever the name of the airport is, David Raya was there when that.
You know what it is with,
but
you know what it is
with
like?
so early.
Finish that. Guess what position finished that goal?
Was that a defender?
It was a centre back.
Okay,
Yeah,
this is the thing.
It's like you said. It's like one of those things like you just said. If Arsenal win the penalty shootout, you can't talk about Arteta being he's a genius. It's similar situation. If Gabriel doesn't,
it's a toss of a coin. I tell you, penalties is just a lucky draw.
Listen. I've said this in the group chat.
That was a dusty coin, though.
Clearly in the minority.
Penalty was a dusty coin.
I'm clearly in the minority, which I'm fine.
Yeah.
A professional footballer should be able to score a penalty.
Oh,
I agree.
I'm so sorry.
No,
but majority of them do.
What I think is more interesting though, you mentioned David Raya earlier, and I think here's another thing, right? My man believes in his revision. This is the thing. Like every single, that's the thing. He's watched. Like Inaki Kano, who's the goalkeeping coach. Let me tell you something about that guy, guys. He is a freak of nature. A freak of nature. In a good way. Like,
can I just say,
every time I'm across him, there are things he does, and I'm just like, I am not ready for that level. I'm just not. Yeah. And this is a guy who just came out of Brentford. I'm just not ready for this level. But the thing is, I think you know, whoever that fifth penalty taker was, or whoever took the first remaining penalties.
Was that his coach at Brentford?
Who? Raya. Yeah. That's what, bro. Inaki's the one that pushed Ramsdale out. Inaki said, Mikel, if you want to win the league, we bring him. This is the one.
We need a future episode on just a segment on David Raya's rise. This guy has been cold.
No, he's a brilliant goalkeeper.
He's been
world class.
World class. He's penalty.
But the thing is,
it's not working.
No, but I genuinely think, the revision, he's watched a player take a penalty 20 times, and 19 of those times they went in that same direction he dived. So for him, it was not even, I'm not even gonna think this through. I'm just going. I think he ends up in Southend. He's at the airport. But it's because he's seen this.
I think also adrenaline got to him.
Just seen too much, you know.
Yeah, there's a difference between running the right way. I think adrenaline got to him by that last one because there's jumping the right way and there's jumping before the guy even really moved.
Yeah. I agree.
I referenced the Man United one where they knocked us out.
David said it like 5 times.
I said it 5 times. Like this guy, brother.
Diving the wrong way is always the funniest thing for me. I think as a goalkeeper, I think one of the most embarrassing things is to concede a penalty where you dived the wrong way. Because if you dive the right way, that was a world-class penalty. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you dive the wrong way, you look silly.
You look early. It was nice. But like I say, look, pens are pens.
Yeah, pens are pens.
Every single footballer should be able to take a penalty. Right?
I'm with Ernest.
The whole thing is the same thing as like the same way you just said that every single penalty should be able to take a penalty. I expect to see Noni there.
We asked in the pub, who is my man? Who's number 4 at PSG? He's a centre back.
He come off the bench. I had no idea who he was.
But guys,
with a number of that ilk.
Earlier, we were talking about the corners, yeah. And what did I say? I said about 70% you're expecting to go in. Now, of the penalties, there were 10 penalties taken. 7 of them scored. 3 missed. And it's not because they can't kick the ball. It's because of the pressure of the situation.
But Oscar, the difference between a penalty, because I understand you, a penalty looks so close on the penalty spot in real life. But the thing is, you're up against goalkeepers who do this for a living.
No, but
did you get what I mean? Like,
it's still 70% goal.
And I agree because the advantage is on the attacker. They understand that.
And it has to be on target.
The corner is crazy.
Keep going wide.
Right.
I will rate it for saving it, but you have to be on target.
I scraped my knee and watched Robin, Ernest, and Oscar go celebrate, blood, with my man outside. I'm dying.
They voted.
I was full on hater.
I was hurt, bro.
That's horrible behavior.
I'm not gonna lie. There was a U on our left. There was a U on our left.
He was crying, bro.
And his tears, I wanted to drink them. Oh man, it was beautiful.
Hey, Peter,
it was beautiful.
No, we were so round about Arsenal. I was like,
Hey, the way the bar emptied, bruv. Mate.
Hey, the bartender was pissed.
The bartender was.
No money for you. No money for you. No money for you.
No, do you know what? Yeah, at the end of the day, I said, it hurt, but I wasn't sore. Like it's just them ones where like, look, we'll go again next year. Credit to Paris Saint-Germain, back to back. Shout out to Luis Enrique, what he's done with that team. Wait, to go into a transfer window and just not buy anyone, I think is that's putting your nuts on the table. That's you saying,
and you know who they're after now, innit?
Because they have to spend though. The thing is, they know
who they're after now.
Who are they after?
Junior Krupi.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. I don't watch him a lot, so you guys probably watch him more. What for Bacola? Because I won't lie to you, he gave me 2 hearts. He gave me 2 hearts.
I said it 1 minute.
He's Semenyo with a Gucci belt.
Wow. I said Barcola is such a case because at one moment, fantastic. The next moment, yo, bozo. I'm just like
twice.
I can work with him.
Twice
but I was he was before Due and before somebody else that's in that side, and he's always off the bench whenever I watch Paris Saint-Germain play.
But it's obvious why.
Oh yeah, clear. It's clear. Yeah, he should have scored twice in the final.
He's not good.
By the way,
he left Gabriel and he left Saliba for dust. And I'm just like, can you finish?
Awful.
Yeah. All right. Credit to them anyway. What's that?
Barcola is Walcott without IQ. I disagree. I think he's better. I think he's better than his bad PR has displayed.
Wait. There's a lot in that sentence there.
Walcott
had
no IQ.
Did you watch Walcott? Respectfully. Did you watch Walcott?
Respectfully. Anyway, but yeah, Paris Saint-Germain are your champions. Big up to them. They you know. Did anybody deserve it? I don't know if either team deserved to win the game.
So, you know what? Do you know why I shout them out? Really, is because of the route that they're taking. They had to go back route twice to get to the final with a Club World Cup in between. They have been playing football for 24/7 for a year and a half, and I said, you know what? Fair enough to go back to back.
The football calendars are fast.
I think if you have more shots on target and more possession, I think it's you were the better team.
Whoa. Yeah. How many shots on target did they have?
I think about 3.
7. No, they had 21 shots. I think 7 was on target.
Wait. They had 7 shots on target?
I think it was like 21 shots. I think.
I thought they had like.
I'm not denying that.
18. I thought it was like 18 shots.
What's the stat? I'm saying I watched that game. Where did the 7 come from?
Yeah.
I think they hit the post. One hit the post.
That's a target.
They had 4. Yeah.
How many shots total?
19.
They had Ben.
I thought they
had 10 shots.
Yeah. But
they're going over, isn't it? But yeah.
Arsenal had 5 and 1.
It's madness, man.
Yeah,
by the way, on that, Kai Havertz, what a sensational finish. I couldn't believe it.
Fantastic.
What a goal. I couldn't believe it. When he scored, I said, this, I was like, I don't know about you in Champions League finals, but if you just seem to just be there. Even if you didn't play well, you're just there. Yeah, because it went in, bro. And I had to actually, where has it gone in? You know the ones, like I was literally like in that moment, where has it gone in?
Because it took a while for the noise from the crowd.
Yeah, the thing is, he has no right to finish that goal. He has no right. The keeper, I mean, I guess you could. It's a great finish. Thank you, Kai, because that was sensational. But yeah, anyway,
the ref got paid, blood.
Let's leave that. I can't talk about the ref. I can't do it. Let's leave that.
I saw quite a few handballs. No. I saw quite a few handballs in that game.
It's 9:30.
Let's go.
I saw quite a few handballs from the team in red.
Listen, enough. The next day, we came back to London, and when you think we'd all be downtrodden, bro, guys, I came back from Hungary in the morning, at I think I landed at 9 a.m.
Of course
10 a.m. 10 a.m. yesterday morning, right? I get on a coach to go to the stadium for the parade, to get the parade started. Guys, why can't we get through Holloway Road at 10:30 in the morning? The parade's at 2. The streets...
Because TFL said no.
No. We just turned up. We started. Fans just started walking on the road when cars were driving, and the point where the Met Police just said it's time to lock this off. We're locking off now.
What are you gonna do?
We were meant to lock. I think the roads were meant to be. The road closures were in at 12 o'clock.
Please,
bro, it's
late,
10.
Man.
It's 10:30. They locked it off.
That's too late. What was CSP thinking, blood? What the hell's going on?
Well, we're in Archway. We can't go down Archway. We can't go to Archway. I said, this is madness. Bro, and our coach was like tinted windows, so they must have thought we were the players, because it was like they were only the ones, like there was like 4 coaches getting through access to the stadium. So flares are going, it was like the parade had already began. Much less numbers, but there were still too many. I want to say 100,000 were on the roads. And so you're like, how can there be 100,000 at 10? Where are you lot going? People are trying to get their spot, and fair play. But when I tell you guys the parade, I was on the bus, the players' bus. Let me tell you something. I've never seen anything like this. Islington Council today tweeted over 1 million people at the parade today. Yesterday, over 1 million. That's not normal. London is 7 million.
That's right. These men were getting onto the police. I said, what could the police do?
No, they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared because
they could do.
Because it's more than Carnival. It's more than Glastonbury. Think about Glastonbury. Glastonbury is just nasty work.
No, I can't lie. It's plan better,
man.
Plan better.
No.
Plan better. I can't lie.
In a city that you lot are not thinking.
This is London.
You're not thinking.
He said you lot are not thinking.
You're not, because you have to understand. You have to understand. Oscar, how many? David, how many police officers are at a match on a match day? And we're talking about not in the stadium. In the stadium, surrounding stadium, the borough. How many police are on site for a match day in a stadium that has 60,000 people?
Yeah, depending on the caliber, you can have bears, bro. You can have
like 20,000 police officers. There's loads of them.
If you're not going to the game and there is an Arsenal game and you are around Holloway Road, Highbury, Islington, in those hours, they close stations. Yeah, that's 60,000 people, and it's block. You can't get.
You cannot prepare for 1 million.
Explain to me how that extrapolated to millions.
Do you know what? Because me personally, because I know how much they prepare for Carnival, which is also 1 million that people.
No, it's not 1 million. Carnival's not 1 million.
Let me finish. It is.
It's not 1 million.
No, it's 1 million. It's 1 million.
Maybe over 2 nights. Maybe over 2 nights.
No. It's 1 million a night. It's 1 million per day. It's 1 million a day.
Man.
Yeah, but again,
no, I'm saying
I don't think Carnival's the same. I don't think Carnival's the same at all.
No, but I'm saying
because
I feel like there's enough pre-warning, like to know that this is going to be mad. That's just my personal opinion.
Nobody thought there'll be 1 million people.
There's no one.
No one thought there'll be 1 million people.
Everybody is there to see at Carnival. Whereas
I don't know,
going for 2 hours.
Oscar, they want 1-to-1 man marking. They want every man. That's just not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
That's just not gonna happen.
No, I just personally think they were you know there's under planning, but there's like you didn't really expect.
Robin,
that's an insult.
That's me.
Robin.
No, it's not even an insult. I'm saying
there were people on top of churches on the chimney.
No, but that should be expected. That should be expected.
What's the solution? What's the solution to this?
No. So what? I'm not trying to say there won't be enough police. What I'm trying to say is that they severely like Arsenal's one of the biggest clubs in England in general. Like there's fans all over the world that's flying into this parade. That's why I just think they weren't ready.
These last 2 weeks, I think people have realized.
They've drafted the people from Liverpool, Manchester.
Let's bear this in mind, right? I'm an Arsenal guy, right? And I will be biased to Arsenal all day long. Let's have it a stack bundle. 10% of those people that were there are not Arsenal fans. Let's be clear.
I'm ready to talk about it.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm ready to talk about
conversation. I'm ready.
I'll
tell you why.
I'm ready to talk about it.
Guys, I couldn't get out of the stadium twice because we went into lockdown twice.
Yeah, so right? Broke in afterwards.
We got into lockdown twice, and when I got out there, did you hear there was about 16 stabbings and whatever else? Right?
Yeah.
I get outside.
Yeah, 6 stabbings.
16.
I was selling
6.
Right now.
Well, I've got figures. So
There was 16.
16. BBC said 6. So I was like, 16.
Let the BBC be your source, or let the event safety team be your source. It's entirely up to you. The difference as well. Here's the thing.
Hey, talk to us.
Jokes aside. I come out, guys. I was telling Benita, I was like, I come out of the stadium. I think I left the stadium at 10:30 at night.
No way.
The parade ended at 4. And the thing is, we come out, and you know what it was like. You know barbecues.
Nah, you didn't just say what you just said.
You heard what I said. We left the stadium anyway. You know those barbecues that are in the daytime, on a Burgess Park thing, yeah, and then it goes into the night. And you know when it gets nighttime, it's no longer a barbecue.
It's a bit techie.
I come out of the stadium, yeah, and that's
Call of Duty.
Brother, they closed all the stations. They just said, we're not having this. They closed Finsbury Park, they closed Arsenal, they closed Holloway, they closed Highbury, they closed King's Cross.
Bro, a man said he walked from Boston.
But because it was like, what's that film I'm thinking of? Where it's just like there's just zombies and they're just going out.
28 days later.
It's just nonsense. I got outside and I said, this is what I hate. And it's funny enough, like a couple of weeks back, my wife asked me, like, saying, what do you think about like people that pretend to sort of be Arsenal fans, like with this whole craze going on and wearing shirts and blah blah blah, and they're not really Arsenal fans? And you think to yourself, and I was like, I said to her, I didn't really clock it. I didn't really know what she was saying. Then I started to notice, like, okay, cool, they're wearing Arsenal gear or whatever, but they're not here. They were not here for this. They were here, like in my opinion, the genuine like Arsenal lot was the Tuesday night lot.
Yeah,
it was so spontaneous. It wasn't planned, but everybody knew. Again,
you know
when
where
it
this started, Peter?
Go for it.
Instagram. This is where it started.
Do you know what it is?
Random. Lola, I'm not trying to get onto your agenda, but there was random girls. Who all
together.
Arsenal content.
Once Arsenal start win the league, bruv, they start coming. I'm like, yo, where have you been?
Hey, look, hold it, because this is what we're not gonna do.
Have you been?
And then,
Lola, they need to get a slice. Let's get out of the pie. Let's give them a slice.
No, I'm not here to defend all of them. I'm saying there were definitely Arsenal women who were there because there have been.
Genuine.
Yeah. We're not talking about those ones.
No, we're not talking about those ones.
No, we ain't talking about you.
No,
we're not talking
We ain't talking about you.
I'm not that. No way.
Lola's got a season ticket for Arsenal women, guys. We're not talking about
there are social media expanded the nonsense of people being into football for the vibe of it all.
100%.
And then what annoyed me was like, it's one thing when there were like loser guys who will do it because they want to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go and want to find girl and da. They might lose as well, but
losers,
it's annoying.
Weirdos, losers.
There are the football women fans or the women like football fans who are annoyingly playing into it, where it's like, oh, I'm coming here. The TikTok are like, oh, they're playing the Raise, Where's My Husband kind of thing. Or I saw like the videos of the Man United girl talking about how she was going to go because she's trying to. It's going to be a motive, or she wants to do this one.
I'm not a United fan, but I'm here. I'm always a fan of good vibes. Get out of here, man.
The content creators have hijacked it, man.
and it's like you're not helping this. Like,
right.
It's just irritating. It's like,
do you know what my favorite thing to do?
It was just long.
This week, I was speaking to a lot of people who aren't football fans but were going to the parade. So they were talking about their plans for. Bro, no, because bare people, they just saw it as a London motive. Like, I can't even lie. People saw it as
carnival.
Oh,
it ain't carnival.
It's not.
It's not carnival.
That's how people. I asked certain people on Thursday and Friday, "Oh, you're going to the parade. So what are you doing on Saturday?" They said Saturday. The parade's on Sunday. Some of them didn't know there was a game. They didn't know there was a game on Saturday.
This is not carnival, guys. This is not carnival. And it's not to be a gatekeeper guy, but it's not for non-Arsenal fans.
But Oscar said this bare times. We should gatekeep some things. We should, because you're letting any guy, any girl get into a bro. I saw a Manchester United fan.
Yep, I saw United.
You know, like I know you hate watch Arsenal games.
We have to call people losers.
They're losers. Even the guys I saw, all the man them and gal them that I saw outside the stadium at 10:30 at night, just out there trying to catch wines. Literally, it was all of that. I just looked at all of these lot. You know what I mean? And you know, it was them ones where like it's as if I've walked into their estate. So like man them are like say there's men that are like topless or whatever, right? And they're just watching, man. What are you watching me for? I've got an Arsenal shirt on first and foremost. It says champions on it. Yeah, like, don't watch me. We're not in an estate. I've not walked on your block. In fact, I come here 6 days a week, and I've never seen you here.
Loser mentality.
This FOMO nonsense that people have like foot firm. They're like, as if I'm sorry, FOMO can't do that. It's not deep. There are other days to go out. Do you know how many day parties there are in this city? How many events there are in the city? If you want to have
day parties on that day,
no, but go there then. Go there. There's probably all this.
But can I just say though, this is exactly what maybe not the Cronkies themselves, but the Arsenal marketing machine has tried to create over the last 7 or 8 years. And people have bought into it, calling Arsenal, the culture club and this and that. And it does stem from real legitimate roots, but especially in the marketing, in the clothes, in everything that's happened, Arsenal have become that culture club that people feel they can attach themselves to. And I think we just have to eat. You have to eat that one. The parade is not for the true fans. That's just what it is.
Put it this way, I don't mind.
No, but it is.
I don't mind.
Yeah, but it is.
But it is. I don't mind casual. No, but Oscar, I don't mind casual. That's how you build. Like pretending like all our clubs don't have people who weren't really into football and then latched on because they kind of. I don't mind that. The ones I do mind are the ones who are either clearly other fans of other clubs and the ones who are not even football fans. They're just there to see what it is.
Like Lola.
Especially the ones that it could come up on not that guy later. The weird cleanup culture, whatever the hell they're calling it, has been vexing me for time. Men are weird, you're predators, and it's odd.
Like some of these guys are not going to be here. Match week 7 Champions League
away in Zagreb.
They're not.
You said some.
They're not going to be there. Some. They don't know. They don't have a TNT subscription. They ain't got a chip fire stick. They are not going to. That's what I'm saying. Why are you not here on a random day? You can't move to a girl.
Like people are asking, are you going like
come on?
Like
anyway,
why are people asking like? Chelsea fans that I know, you come, like that's not your team. Why are you there?
If anything, if there's a parade in London, I want to get out of London. What are we talking about? I don't want to be there.
The Chelsea and Man United fans have disgraced themselves.
No shame.
Disgraced them.
Let's talk. Let me touch quickly. I was going to touch quickly on the good. Unless are you still on the bad?
No, just still on this. I just want to ask a question because we spoke for a little bit on this parade and who should go and who shouldn't. Adrian, why haven't you said a word?
Good grief.
Okay. Sounds great. I said it in jest. I wasn't actually going to.
No, that's cap. That's big cap.
How can you tell me what I was going to or not going to do?
That's cap.
How about this?
Cap. Capital C. Cap.
All right. Sounds great.
Capitulation.
Sounds good.
Bruv, that's cap.
You can't do that.
Okay, so you told me this. I was gonna leave my house on Sunday to go to the parade.
Don't tell me the
move him to the bump so we can see him. Move him to the bump so we can see him. He's hiding behind the logo. Move him.
That's what you said.
Bring him.
Did I say or did I ask? All right, we can't take jokes anymore. That's fine.
Oh, we're not.
Bro, I had a group of guys that asked me on the Sunday. What do you mean? Why would I go? I'm touching you.
Why? But why would they ask you?
Fair enough. That's a good one.
Oscar, I'm glad I have a partner in crime when it comes to Mr. Adrian Anderson.
It's a running joke.
This season, you lot have let him get away with murder.
Man, let's talk. I bring up the foul. Let's talk Open Premier League.
No, it's not foul.
No. I can't segue. Peter, can I segue? I'm sorry.
Listen,
let me just talk quickly. Oscar called him out. I'm so glad because if I did it, I'm the bad guy.
The thing is, like, yeah, to be fair, no Tottenham, United, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, they're never ever gonna ask me if I'm going. It wouldn't be. It's not in the vocab. So the fact that there's some vocab to you, AD, okay, we'll leave it at there. The good is that, listen, guys, this parade went on for 2 hours, and I couldn't believe the scenes. It was so mad. Like, I was even like showing Mikel, like there's this KFC's around, right? And it had Mikel's face on it.
His face on it. Yeah, that looked mad.
Like, he looked at that. He was just like, "Oh my days!" We hit certain roads, like Seven Sisters Road, when we dropped the North London, the Tottenham North London Derby banner. When we dropped like the women's banner, who history makers. We dropped all sorts going around the thing, and the players, who at first were a little bit like, man, we've just come from a defeat in a Champions League final, to just euphoria. A couple of drinks got in, and it was just like, this is friggin' mental. And it was them ones where, like, I'd even asked, like, Mikel, I was like, did you even think like this was a thing? Like, did you even think that? He's always been on that thing of, I want to change culture, I want to do this, I want to do that. That whole process, project, rare. But I don't think he knew where this was, how high this could have gone. I don't think he had any of that in mind. It would just be like, because when you go back to like the 04, the unbeaten parade, for example, that was when it was just like just genuine Arsenal fans, right? So it might have been like 250,000, maybe 300,000. I heard Liverpool hit the 700s last season, right? Like this, we were turning into corners, and he had his hands in his head like that, because he was just like, wait, we've turned into like Highbury Corner, we've gone into Seven Sisters Road, we've gone into Essex Road. And his hands on his head, like Holloway Road, you expect it, because Holloway Road is quite a long, busy road. You expect loads of fans to be there. Guys, we were going into estates, like roads that are just nothing but detached houses, semi-detached rather, and floods of people, and standing on anything they could find that could hold their weight. Trees, poles, whatever, bus stops, traffic lights,
post box.
Guys, on top of every building, mosque, church, it didn't matter. There was disrespect on all levels to see these buses come through.
That makes me know that I think even for him, it has not sunk in yet.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't for me. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I put an Insta post, right? You guys saw it because I was working. I couldn't really like take videos and things. I didn't want to be unprofessional, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's why it was quite quick. We're at Highbury Corner at that point. And I'm literally just spinning around this camera because I'm like, what the flip am I seeing? What the hell am I seeing here? Right? It was immense. I mean, the flares, bro. There were grannies. There was grannies. On the first of all, women over 90 shouldn't be on the 3rd floor of a flat with a balcony. That's the first thing. Besides that, hanging like crutches in the air and stuff, or like man. Like they're trying. We're seeing somebody raise their kid as if they were like Simba. Like they were just you just like honestly, and all the little things. This is all the things. Yeah, all religion's secondary book is the book of Arsenal. You know what I mean? Like it was. Guys, Islington is locked. Like Arsenal's got Islington in a chokehold
on the streets, man,
of epic proportions. Because obviously there was loads of people that came down, but like every house is an Arsenal fan, every door, and to think, right, like the disrespect. We went down to Seven Sisters Road, which is the road that goes to Tottenham Stadium. We dropped the North London Derby banner. We call it "These Streets Are Our Own." Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. We moved to Highbury in 1913, so it's years ago, hundreds of years ago, right? But the fact that we can just go there and just say, "This is us. This is our place," and even people from Haringey support Arsenal. Let's have it right. That for me was when I said, "This is Libby's. This route was 11k.
They can keep calling us
11 kilometers.
Calling us Woolwich or South, and that helps me because that gives me an excuse of being extra in Arsenal fans. That counts. But then it's like, yeah. So what? From South, you've allowed us to come up there and take it. That's on you.
Yeah,
that's on you.
No, guys, it was a movie for real. It's one of them where like it's so funny. We're talking about who should code to parades and who shouldn't. Because on one hand, I'm like, you don't need to all see this, but at the same time, it's like it was just.
I don't need to see this. I don't need to see this.
It was just amazing. It was just amazing. And, you know, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? BBC, ITV, Sky? Them men are doing live streams. I didn't see live streams for anybody else's parade. I always see like they got clips. There's media presence.
They live streamed Paris. Paris was
British media is trying to cash in on fan moments. They have taken the AFTV blueprint and they have rinsed it.
Peter,
they have absolutely rinsed it.
I saw you get on the bus and hand the mic to Arteta, bro.
Yeah,
Pete, did you see anybody you knew?
What, like on the ground?
Yeah.
Guys, bro, you can't. Like, it's just head tops. You know what I mean? Like, it's just. It was no. I no. I couldn't.
Is it on a racism thing? All black people look the same.
I mean, everyone looked the same. You know what I mean? Everyone was in red.
Everyone was red. Everyone was red.
Yellow and white. But the thing is, as well, it's a moving bus. I'm trying to make sure we got this happening. We're coordinating. I've got an earpiece in one ear.
You looked busy, like you weren't even.
It was constant. And the thing is, I told these guys like a week ago, and I said, guys, let's not produce this, because I'm telling you now, half of the stuff you're talking about is going to get eliminated straight away because it doesn't work like that. And this is a guy who's never been to a parade before, right? So I'm going like I knew what I was talking about. These are people who've held. So we brought in like an external company to like help with the production side. So people that do like opening ceremonies, Olympics, you know, things for the Queen and all that kind of jazz, right? And I just said, okay, first of all, banners, flares, fireworks, I'm all for that. Pyrotechnics, whatever. When we start having scripts and like when we get to this corner, we get to this turn, we're gonna do this. I'm just like, no, guys. What we're gonna do, because we're not even gonna stop. So we're gonna keep on rolling. If we stop, we could do interviews. The only time I could give Mikel the mic was when the bus was stationed. And the thing is, when we were moving, I was saying to Mikel, like, do you want to talk, or does Martin want to talk, or anything like that? He goes, can we stop the bus? So we can't stop the bus, unfortunately. And he was just like, it's not on. We should stop the bus. Like, we need to stop the bus, because these fans have come from wherever to see us for 3 seconds, and that's it. Yeah. And so for him, it was like he was so pissed about it. But at the same time, it was like, I can't talk. They're so loud. And I just said, you can tell them to shush, because like when everyone does like shh, that little thing. Well, like I'm sure you guys heard like Declan Rice sometimes on the mic or whatever. But
he was he drunk? Because he looked pissed.
Let me ask me this: who wasn't? That's an easy way to get this. Let's get.
Yeah.
That video of him was doing spies, like, yeah, of course he would. Of course he would.
Hey, Odegaard, bruv, almost got himself arrested, bruv.
Martin Odegaard, like
clown.
Martin Odegaard's a
watch the police.
I was like, you need to talk to the fans, man. Talk to your people. You're the captain. He's like, bro, I'm too drunk to talk. I said, okay.
So Pete,
I left him.
Pete, would you say you have a relationship with the players now?
I was just gonna ask, like, how's your rapport?
Are there any players that they're like very cool with you and will come and say hi to you, like, without you having to promise?
You know what, Eze, yeah, it's exactly what it says on the tin. Like, I remember we went to this. We had a function the other, like, about 3 or 4 months ago, where it was like a community event. Arsenal Foundation, they're putting money into this thing, right? They do it every year.
The one in the suits, yeah.
In the suits, yeah. And I remember, like, I'd never spoke to Eze before, never met him, never nothing. Dude comes up this escalator, comes over to me straight away. He says, "Yo, what's going on?"
Sorry, Pete. Sorry, Pete. Who's got a Hoover?
Not me.
Who's got a Hoover?
Can I just say something right now? If you're hoovering at 10 o'clock at night, you're an enemy of progress, because people are trying to either sleep, catch a last minute Netflix, something.
That means your crib is filthy.
His room is just.
I got to get this done before I go to bed. You know, when you're at that stage of life, I got to get this done before I go to bed. You're late. You're late.
Listen, if you're hoovering at 10, you've left it too long.
Because someone's, I have to do it now. If I don't do it now, it's a problem.
It's not happening.
Oscar's dying because he knows the state of that said room. He knows it. You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, but if I unmute, it's going.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, go on mute, bro.
Anyway,
PSG are ready to open talks with Porto for Diogo Costa. They're trying to sign another goalkeeper.
They need one.
They need one.
They do. I'd argue they probably even need another position as well, but you know.
Yeah, no, I think, and to answer your question, I think it's like as is again. I see him yesterday. Sorry, it was just like, it's just so weird.
You got his number?
Not yet. You know, he's a G though. He's a bit of a G. Like Josh Kroenke is a G. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, annoyingly,
I'm not gonna lie.
And it's annoying.
But the thing is, and he was giving it. Like he was going to the fans. He's like, Arsenal. I'm there like, this is the owner of the football club.
It's a turnaround, bro. From where it was, like,
man.
From 4 years ago.
I'm on a balance with him because it's like I'm watching that. I see him. I'm like,
would you say?
He always said though. He always said,
I need to see if I can actually enjoy you based on what happens in the summer, because you can't give me this hope.
But I think the claim was
wearing the Saliba and the Gabriel t-shirt. You're moving mad on the bus in the best.
I was going to say,
you know what?
My question is it because they're done with NFL and now they want to concentrate on Arsenal?
Oh, they're not done with NFL.
By the way, they're not done with NFL.
Have you seen what they've just done to? Okay, we'll
get there. The thing is, it's that thing of like they always said, when we're majority owner, there's nothing we can do. When we get full control, then you will see the change. That's always been their defense. When it hit the fan, right? And to be fair, since they've become 100% owner, what was it, 2018? I think they bought out all the shares. You know, they've always put Arsenal in the direction of like, look, we might need to just come back a bit and go forward again. Like maybe that's what it needed to happen. But those little things, like him wearing that shirt, for example, or like there's certain things he says, like he'll talk about the Arsenal banter era. Like, how does he know that stuff? Okay,
because he's online. I said it because he's online.
Maybe say again. Because what?
He's online.
He's online.
But like also he should. That's what I'm saying. He should.
He should know that.
No, he should. But no, guys. None of our owners ever around the globe, right? None of our owners are touching.
These are the positives
that they're in.
These are the positives to when you have a younger shareholder.
Definitely. Because his Stan is not around like that. Yeah.
His dad, you lot used to call him Silent Stan because he's
used to.
He's rarely in the ends. It must have used to, and he still is.
He hasn't said a word since 2018.
He's always there for me is to come and you know what he did when we got the trophy. That's what you're there for. Help your son.
Man turned up one day, flew back the next day.
I don't think it's a far-fetched
gangster that is.
I don't think it's a far-fetched theory that Abramovich knew what everybody was saying about Chelsea.
No, definitely not. No.
Because when you're constantly, bruv, John Mikel said, them man used to take the helicopter to the training ground when the coach was about to get fired. Are you crazy? My club? You're not winning? You need to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, because if you're a United fan, you know the Glazers. Like this is how close the Glazers are to the club. Tony Martial was compared to Pele. That's how close that these guys are to them. They have no clue.
Yeah.
They have no idea. So when Josh Kroenke is on a bus, Stan Kroenke, I don't think would have ever jumped on a bus. You know what I mean? First of all, them and they can't walk 10 steps. So it's difficult. When he was carrying the Premier League trophy the other day, I was crying. I was like, this guy needs a car quickly.
Yeah, you know that team photo? Team photo when he's on the floor. I saw him on the floor, picking him up. Because
he can't do it. He can't do it.
No, I mean, like, big up to them lot, man. You know, at the end of the day, I don't think so. To answer your question, I don't think there's going to be more of that because my face is not there in it, and it's a thing of like, say, like a Frimmy, for example, or Nigel Mitchell. They see their faces constantly, regularly. They know who those are. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, like, I got a picture with Declan Rice, but then it was like that was pushed on by like the CEO. He was like, you know, Go sit over there. Go sit there and take a picture. I was like, I was like, I'm working. Like, you sure? He's like, if the CEO tells you, you're sitting down. Simple as that.
But yeah,
for me and say like the other camera people, like camera ops and all that, who are always constantly doing footage with these guys. They trust them. So it was a case of like, come, let's take a picture. Come, let's do that. When it comes to like announcers, I don't know unless the announcers are known physically.
You're the voice as opposed to the face.
Like I've done this for 6 years now. This is my 6th or 7th season, and it's the first time I was on TV. For example,
but I think it's how you create legend, isn't it? It's like how for years I heard my Arsenal brethren in school talk about Pat Rice. Do you know what I mean? But you don't see many pictures of Pat Rice until it was like close to the time he was leaving, or like Sky Sports was zooming on the bench, and you're like, oh, that's him. So I think you want a slow and steady, as opposed to like a Frimmy. Like shout out to Frim. Yeah, shout out to Frim, because obviously if you're doing like Joe Bale was the social media guy, then it was Frimmy.
Correct.
So you want the, to me personally, I think you're better off with the
you want that marathon, the long distance, 100%. You want that long distance that stands the test of time type of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
last point on this point, I'm really appreciative that they put the women there as well, because they know that look.
Yes.
They had to.
Did they win a trophy this year?
Yeah, we won
the World Cup equivalent. Yeah.
FIFA women's the FIFA
No,
women's
because I saw them, I was like, why have they put them on the spot? You kind of make. I felt like they should have their own one, but I get it. But yeah.
It's because they won it in like February, whatever it was. Like we won it in February, innit? So it's them ones were like,
no, I'm all for it. You're all one club. You're all one club. Yeah, celebrate together.
100%.
Yeah,
I just love that. Listen, they're the history makers, mate. I think that's their nickname. Theirs is the history. Like we've had the Invincibles, we've now got the history makers. At the end of the day, they've won it all. They've won it actually all.
That's crazy.
And I suppose, let's see what happens next season. I genuinely think we'll have another parade next year because one of us is winning something. You know what I mean? Like that's genuinely how I feel. But yeah, man. It was one hell of a day.
Hey man, hey, McCabe picked a side. He picked a side.
Let's not. Right. Anyway, very quickly, man, because bro, I can't believe it's 10 o'clock. This is ridiculous. AD, quick 2 cents. Arne Slot sacked. Wagwan. They just threw a sack in the day of the Champions League final. This is egregious,
bro. That news got washed away
because it was midday on the Champions League final. It's exactly what Liverpool wanted to do. They wanted it to be quick and hot and done.
Yeah, that's mad. That's crazy.
Talk to us,
drown that bad boy out. It's unfortunate, but I think ultimately it's the right decision. I think I'm always of the opinion that you keep a manager provided they can turn it around. Yeah. And I don't think if it's not, falling out with players, if it's not poor sort of attacking patterns, if it's not a weird, it's like you can't coach your defense. I don't even know what we're doing. It's like a gaping hole. We're just open. Yeah. So it's tactically, it's sort of interpersonally, it's the direction of the club. I think all of those unfortunately trended negatively for him. So, manners and respects, obviously got us a league title. And it's a shame they had to end this way. But some may even argue, because for me, I think the grace of the league, it stays of execution, I think, started from the PSV game, because they baxed us out in our own. I think they scored 4 on that night. Realistically, you should have been sacked then. If you were sacked then, A, for that result, in and of itself for that result, but then B, you can obviously try and salvage the season. They gave him the extra time and he just couldn't turn it around, unfortunately. So it's like, what do you do now? Do you commit again? Do you give him more money to essentially piss away? Or do you just sort of shake hands and try and move up? So yeah, big him up, man. I do feel a bit sad, and I can't lie. It's been nice seeing some of the players send messages. Like for me, because when I've seen other managers get sacked and it's a bit rocky and it's almost like radio silence, it's like, oh, okay. So at least, it wasn't totally bad. It wasn't all bad. And then he penned a really, really beautiful letter as well, where you sort of, you said, what a beautiful moment we had. You mentioned sort of Diogo Jota as well, and how that kind of and how that impacted the side as well. So big him up, and I wish him the best in his future endeavors, man.
Yeah, it's sad to see it happen.
It's
But yeah, it almost felt like it had to be.
It's Frimpong a permanent right winger now?
Frimpong is permanently crap. I think no, that's just what it is.
Wow.
We just needed bodies, and I think to be fair to him, I think he's a right wing back. I don't think he's a right back. I don't think he's a right winger. I think his position. I think he's a right wing back. We don't really play with a wing back, so it's techie. But yeah,
so it was a waste of a signing.
It's always a weird signing. It was always a weird signing.
Always a waste of a signing.
Do you think if Slot stayed there next season, he would have turned it around? Does anybody think he would have?
Nope.
Really?
Not me.
I think it would require. I don't know who's left. Like who was like mad at him? Who's still about? If that makes sense. I feel like there's like the energy fell off for too long for me to believe that we're just gonna just now spin it. If that makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird, isn't it?
Unfortunately, what doesn't help, and we do need to get to grading because it's been 2 hours. But yeah, what doesn't help is that they gave him the bag and they finished 5th and barely qualified for the Champions League. So
yeah,
reason.
He got them in the Champions League again. You know, like when you talk about salvaging the season. The season was crap, but then it was like in the end, he still got them back to the Champions League when it was all said and done.
But if you're Premier League champions like that and you fall off like this, like credit's credit, yeah, but he maxed out the credit card. Let's be real.
No. I think the point Peter's sort of saying is that when you actually step away from it, and maybe not even as much as 5 years, maybe even in a year's time, you say, you know what? One season you won the league, the second season Champions League finish, it actually wasn't too bad. Like in totality, like when the emotions are kind of gone, you'd be like, you know what? Fair play. It wasn't actually that bad.
If you say it like that, then yes. If you say he finished 5th, then no.
Yeah, but say like it's not even like a normal Champions League spot. It's only because we got the extra thing. Had it been a normal season, it would have been Europa.
No, but this is why, you know, perspective shapes everything. Because let me just phrase it like, let's say hypothetically, he has. We'll go through the weeds a little bit, but let's say he has last season, he spends 450 and then he wins the league. It's a completely different narrative, even though the outcome is the same. It's just a perspective thing. But ultimately, you know, he's left with a league title. It's a net positive. We move on, man. We move on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing now that Andoni Iraola is the man to take the helm. Your thoughts on that?
I think for me, that Mo Salah, the love letter, I guess that he penned, or rather telling, and I think it sort of spoke of what's missing in this Liverpool side and the intensity and the almost suffocation level. You know, the suffocation that we sort of used to apply to teams, and you look stylistically, who's maybe closest to giving us that again. It looks like him now. Obviously, it's a massive step up, and I think expectation has to be tempered. I don't expect him to come and win the league next season. It's more about instilling these principles. But if he can get us running harder again, if he can get us intense again, if he can get us playing exciting football again, it's all in the right direction. And, you know, but it's a big one because ultimately, you know, at Bournemouth, there's no expectation whatsoever. Obviously, you know, they're beside themselves. They finished 6th. If he finishes 6th next year, it's going to be a completely different reception to that. So we just need to hope that he's able to deal with the size of the club, able to deal with European football, and able to get us competing again. If a league challenge, if he could give me a league challenge in year 1, I'll be over the moon.
I mean, yeah, but let's watch this space as we see. I'm excited to see how this looks for sure.
If we go backwards, boy, you know, I mean, if we have another crap season, then yeah.
It's big. It's big. Right, quickly, Premier League prediction grades. What was this? What's this about? Is this just we're rating our own teams, or the whole table?
Well, typically we would go through the whole league, but
plus our reaction to predictions. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Very
typically,
quickly,
but yeah. Oh, we lost first.
Yeah, very quickly for me, Arsenal A-star. They won the league. and we won the league by 7 points. Okay, albeit
A
star. No, A star. We won the league. Won the league. Won the league. A team. We haven't won the league in 22 years.
You know what? The star would have been the double.
Turn it in. It's a Premier League grade.
I'm just doing it for the league alone.
It's still fantastic.
Star would have been the treble.
Fair enough.
No. I'm saying star.
You get a low A.
No, it's a high A. It's a very high A. It's a very high A. It's a very high A. Unfortunately, the A star for me personally would have been the Champions League.
You have to take into consideration who we are and where we've come from. This is madness. It's freaking madness. It's an A. It's A star for Arsenal, man.
Yeah, fair.
League and came out of nowhere. Anyway, yeah, crack on.
It would argue like David, it's not like it's an A.
David, what are you saying?
What's is it A star and A? Where's A minus? Is that in between?
A minus is between.
Okay. It's like a B plus, A minus, A.
I'll give it A, just cause the League Cup and FA Cup thing. I'll give it A.
Are you boy there?
A is good, Brian.
Fantastic.
Hey, David, was you at the parade yesterday?
Wait, is this grade overall or just Premier League? If you're telling me Premier League,
overall.
If you're telling me overall is A, bro.
It's an A.
The League Cup final it takes a little bit
mad at either.
League Cup final, Champions League final.
Let me ask you this: what did you guys give Bournemouth? Just out of curiosity.
I'm giving them an A. An A, gusting A star. You know why? There is context, and think of it like this: let's think of it like GCSE. You got the foundation paper, you got the intermediate paper, you got the advanced. Arsenal are in the advanced paper, and for your advanced paper, you got an A. That is how I'm seeing it.
Yeah, we're operating on two different levels, man.
Yeah, it's true.
We won the league.
Oh, I gave them an A.
We haven't won the league in 22 years.
Brother, we could
no.
He finished second 3 times and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, he's got it over the line.
We haven't won the league in 22 years.
Pete, I hate you.
No, I don't think you do.
But Pete, equally, you haven't got an A in 22 years.
I tell you,
Peter, just remember your weekend, man. Yeah, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to these people.
A is an A, bro.
I mean, I would have.
A is an A, you know.
He got to 3 finals. He got the Premier League. Got to 2 finals.
We didn't lose a game in the Champions League.
I hate you.
Do you though?
That's not true.
So, unfortunately, some things need to get crossed over the line.
What would the Champions League in a Premier be?
A star.
A star.
I think the logic is consistent.
Yeah, that's definitely consistent. Definitely consistent logic from Robin.
Hence why I asked
because you go to the League Cup final, you go to the Champions League final, you won the league.
So
if the margin for A plus A star is 2 other trophies or 1 other, an A is calm.
It's a Champions League as well.
Arsenal haven't won a trophy in how long? Arsenal haven't won a league in how long? Arsenal haven't got to a Champions League final in how long? We've done.
Well, to Robin's point, you spent a king's ransom in the last 6 years.
So's everyone else.
And for me, I also add the fact that Arteta has never coached before. These are all A's to me.
A star, exactly. To your point, A star.
No way.
Do you know why though?
There's room for improvement, guys.
Your expectation and your want from Arsenal was a league title, and they delivered.
But here's the thing. Yeah, it's like in an exam. A star can range. Hang on, A star could, if it's 100 marks, A star could probably range from like 91 marks to 100. I'm not saying it's 100. I'm just saying it's A star. It's 90s. Just because if I won the league and the double next year, if I won the Champions League and the thing, I'm gonna say it's A star again. They just got it in a higher echelon.
That's why I agree with the Vandam. That's A.
Ernest, we haven't won the league in 22 years.
You are the best team in England. You won A.
Oh, you're saying
I told you, my context is that there's different type of exams that people are taking, and for your exam, you got an A.
But Robin, these are the margins we don't need to argue. It's not that deep if you don't get an A star.
I was going to say,
Liverpool got A star last year, though. Liverpool got A star last year, though.
Who gave them A star?
I didn't give it to you.
Did you do it not?
I didn't
give you an A star.
I'd probably argue that we did.
Liverpool got knocked out in the last 16 of the Champions League. I definitely.
No, but
maybe that's what.
I'm pretty certain we got A star last season. No?
I think
I would have given them an A star.
Bring the receipts, bro. Bring the receipts.
I would have, and I'll give Arsenal A star too.
Anyway, Lola, what are you saying?
Oh, me personally, I was going to say A as well, personally.
A. Okay. Oscar, Chelsea.
What's the lowest we can get?
U. Ungradable.
It's
Ungradable.
Yeah. There's a U. Ungradable.
Blood.
And then what's above U? F.
A G. I've seen some G's in my life.
Yeah, we're F. We're F.
You're F.
Wow. That's peaky, though.
No, I say U still. You finished 10th.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's them ones where, like, you see in the example again, they started. There's 3 pages. They finished the first 2, and they probably got like a good B, a strong B in those first 2, and then just didn't do the 3rd page.
They didn't know it was there.
That's why it's an F.
So what do you get? So what do you get for that? Is it an F?
It would be an F.
Yeah, because it'll be a 12 marker.
You just left.
It will be a 12 marker.
Yeah.
No. But literally, the final third, we didn't write anything on the page.
Yeah.
We just stopped writing.
That's killing me. That's gonna kill me.
And just for Maresca alone, Maresca's doing this for that F. He's
lucky saying we didn't do that anyway. Sorry, I thought it was a Chelsea one.
Yeah, I'm giving them a U.
Chelsea.
What was
I told to check.
You know when the invigilator looks at your paper and he's like,
yeah, show us your evidence, explain this. There's no point, no evidence, no explanation.
Do you lot watch Hell's Kitchen? Not Hell's Kitchen.
Of course.
Not Hell's Kitchen. MasterChef USA.
No, I have not watched it. You told me to watch it.
Gordon Ramsay will go over to every station and he'll be like, so Peter, what are you cooking today? Yeah, just some carbonara. Have you checked your stove? Is your stove on?
Have you checked your stove?
Yeah. Bro, you'll be amazed how these lot don't get the basics. They don't get the basics right. It's
pressure, though, isn't it?
It's pressure, man.
And it's a new kitchen as well.
It's a whole new kitchen.
It didn't understand. It was like a calculator exam, and they forgot the calculator.
Chelsea was told it's you against the paper against. No, guys. Speaking of exams, have you guys ever gone to an exam unprepared and just thinking you're going into the worst hour and a half of your life? No. It's the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing ever. Especially the first question. When the first question is a task, then you know you're in for some deep trouble, because I've sat many exams when I've opened that first one. I said I did not revise this. Did not touch this.
My mom's a sweet lady. I didn't even attempt to try and not revise for that. So I didn't.
Wow.
What is it? Is it an honoring parents thing? Is that what it is? Yeah.
My mom, she wasn't really strict, but she was very kind of, you're doing your schoolwork. So there was no moment of time where I didn't revise. So there was no way I was going to a test.
I can't even lie. I don't think in school. I don't think I ever revised. I don't think I did.
No, I mean,
you had the gift of the gab, innit?
Not even.
And look at you now.
Look at you,
Look at you now.
Terrible advert.
There was terrible advert.
Question
for hard work.
If Chelsea won the FA Cup, what would you have given their season? I'm trying to like gauge.
C. I would have done C if they won the FA Cup.
C.
Yeah,
I'm finished out of Europe.
D.
I'm
probably D.
I'm just trying to gauge.
I'm finished mid-table out of Europe.
The only reason we're not U for me is because based on last season, there was a team that was worse. So like this year, we could only be the one above.
Yeah, I agree. Because for the mere fact it wasn't a relegation battle, that's why it's gradable. that they wrote rubbish, but there's at least writing on the paper. For me, if it's 15th, then it's a U.
But guys, I can't stress this enough. In my wildest dreams, did I never imagine a season this bad? Oh my goodness.
Do you know what's funny? You say that. I always am of the opinion with Chelsea that they do just set grenades off in their own house when there's no trouble. So like this has just been one of them ones, and and sometimes it just doesn't have as much damage. It doesn't cause as much. We don't need to get the fire brigade in, right? Whereas this year you kind of now needed to. Like it finally you put the cigarette out under the couch, and this time the couch caught fire. You always have it in you. You've got it in you to set up something up.
We're so used to the reset button. Like we just always go for the reset button. We're pathetic club.
I'm giving them an F as well. Yeah, that was horrendous. Yeah. It was horrendous. Okay,
let's move on, please.
Hey, go on, Robin. What was you gonna say?
Me personally.
Fair. They got to a final. That's the thing. That holds weight to me. AD Liverpool. What are you giving them this year?
D for Diogo, man. The concept. No, it was a bad. No.
We're dropping the grade.
I'll wait. Let's laugh. I'll wait.
Let's laugh. You've done that twice in this podcast, and it's your fault.
No. Listen. Listen. Cool. So the reason why I said that is because I think, the context of the season, and with as poor as we were tactically, and as poor as the results were, I do have to factor in that mitigation and the fact that, and it's unfair to cherry pick who it may have been, but a lot of that group will have been affected, and who knows what that effect will have. And I think when grading the season, for me, that's an important element to it, which is why I said, fair enough, obviously it's a why because of the letter, I get it, but I just wanted to, in the assessment, I wanted Diogo to be remembered, so that's why I said D for Diogo. So it's that's the context of the season. It's a bad season, but there's a reason for the bad season.
I can't lie, that was not needed. That was not needed.
I'm with him. I'm with AD on this one. D is fair.
The D makes sense. I just didn't really kind of need
the Diogo Jota thing. No,
it's a big it's a big thing. It's a big thing.
No.
I'm with it.
Jota's passing is definitely a fixture, but I'm just saying personally why I was like, you just need to mention it.
You didn't need to say D for Diogo. He didn't need to say that.
He was honoring. He was honoring.
Honoring Jota is one thing. Liverpool have been poor.
I think it's a double entendre.
It is not even 10% of why Liverpool.
I'm sorry.
No.
They get an E from me.
You
see? You see?
I'm giving them an E. Do you know why? Because you were the Premier League champions, and your defense of the title was absolutely pathetic. It was pathetic.
And you spent money.
It's not. You spent
Lola,
a GDP.
Say it again.
Of nation. They spent GDP of not nations.
Nations. What's your grade? You see, Oscar's a crazy man. What I said. You see that now you're pondering and thinking.
What's your grade?
No. The grading I have no problem with. I have no problem with the D. I'm saying we're not going to use a man's death as even more than 8% of why Liverpool were bad this year. We're not going to do that.
No, do you know what we need to?
We're not going to do that.
No, we're not.
Do you know what? Do you know what? No, do you know what we need to do?
Alexander-Arnold,
you see,
with Jeremy Frimpong, who was the first town crier? Who rang the bell? Who was it on this podcast? I told you not about this.
No, but Ernest, do you know why there needs to be context though?
When you sign Isak and Florian Wirtz for combined fee of the council budget for Brent and Barnett, I am not hearing.
I'm not hearing it
about Diogo Jota for why Liverpool lost 10, 11 games this season. I'm not hearing it.
Can I make a rebuttal?
No, Pete. to me, it is irrelevant to bring up Diogo Jota.
It can't be irrelevant. That's ridiculous, bro. I think why. I think why it's ridiculous.
Liverpool finished 5th.
Yeah.
It was a pathetic defense of the title.
That has nothing to do with Diogo Jota. And you know what?
Can I explain though?
Who won the first 5 games of the season?
No, that's my point. Look at how we played in those games. We were spent from then, and then when you factor in what actually happened, it was in the pre-season. Okay, that's fine.
I remember after game 5, you said you're going on a you said after game 5 we're going on a terror run. We're going to terrorize the league.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, we're not doing this. We're keeping the receipts.
Oscar and Robin have vindicated me on this podcast.
No, we're not doing this.
This guy get away with Robin. Thank you for bringing it.
It's not even just him.
Did you see Andrew Robertson's interview last week?
There was too many Liverpool fans telling me at the start of the season it was done.
And it was ignorant.
It was wrong. You said 21.
Yes. You were running with your chest. You can't say
Oscar, you're muted.
It's on purpose.
No,
but it is an E, and I'm being generous about that. It was a pathetic defense of the title.
I'm okay with Adrian's mark. That's not my problem. That's not a problem. I ain't got a problem with the D. If you want to give them C, give them whatever you want. The reasoning behind the season, I don't want to hear Diogo Jota's name.
Yeah, let's keep it about.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it. His lock is still in the changing room.
That's
fantastic. Not say that his players aren't affected by it.
If Liverpool
if
Liverpool had won a trophy this season, we would not be mentioning Jota's name.
We would. Would have said he was inspired by Diogo Jota.
Oh, now it's an inspiration, guys. We're not doing this.
No, but not true.
Are you telling me it's not impacted that group of players?
Not to the degree that you've lost 10, 11 games. No.
Which is why Arne Slot's been sacked, but there needs to be a conscience. And when he unfortunately
got sacked because he was a terrorist after like a month 3. That's why he got sacked.
So there's no mitigation.
Not to the degree that you lost 11 games this season. No.
Yeah. No, which is why Arne Slot was, but the season in total.
Arne Slot got sacked.
It's not a normal season to have said.
So
right. Let's wrap this part up because we're going on a bit late. You guys have made good valid points. You guys have made good valid points.
I definitely agree with the grade, by the way.
I think the grades are I think I'm getting D as well with them. Who's left? United boys. Ernest Robinho, Manchester United.
It is a C. And this is my personal one because I said the target for Man United from the start of the season was 5th. That was my target. They were pissing about at the start of the season. And at one point, there was not even a hope. They finished 3rd. Yes, it's been a topsy-turvy season. Yes, we've been poor in the cups, but we got our target. So therefore, in my opinion, it is a C. It's not anything higher than a C because there was points where we were diabolical, but there's been points where we've been great. And that's my opinion.
I hear it.
I'm gonna go D, max C minus, because I think United were diabolical in the cups. That's nasty. That is nasty. I never want to see that again.
Who'd you go out to in the FA Cup?
Grimsby Town and Brighton. Brighton was in the FA Cup. And Grimsby Town was away, Brighton was at home. I never want to see that again. If you have a squad that with that level of investment, yes, our midfield wasn't amazing. You got to get knocked out in one of the cups and go to the quarterfinal, semi-final of the other. We were nasty in the cups this year. So if on a good day, I'd give them a C minus, but I'm giving them D. That was poor.
Interesting. I would have pretty good gone for a C because I think it's miraculous.
I think
Champions League football.
No. I give Carrick a B. I give Carrick a B.
Okay, that's a fair
Manchester
point.
United, the organization. No.
Okay.
No.
You're giving me more context there.
Unacceptable.
Very
if you're saying B,
Carrick runs away with the accolades more than Manchester United does.
I agree.
So in that case, then I think C is fair. I think C is a fair deal. In my opinion.
Grimsby Town, Robin.
No. I'm not taking that away.
nasty.
That's why I said it cannot be anything higher than a C.
What a season. Bloody hell.
That was nasty. Absolutely.
But we finished third. But we finished third in the league and quite comfortably. So I'm like, I have to take all things into account. So
we didn't play football for 23 days.
We didn't play, but at the same time, we beat the entire big six, the top six.
I don't care.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the trophies. I'm saying what's happened in the season. We've had lows.
For me, I rate Villa much higher.
Obviously, I'm going to rate Villa much higher.
Much higher.
I'm going to rate Villa much higher, but I'm not saying it's. We got what we need. The target that Man United did this season was achieved. That was the target. So for that, I'm giving them a C.
I just think not to push back, but the target would have been easier if the target would have been better if you were in a cup. We made the target top 5, top 8 because we were pants.
Fair dues.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
Right. I think I'd go C.
You go C. Fair. Yeah. Right. Final bits here. Reacting to our predictions from the beginning of the season. I'll rattle through these very quickly.
No.
Can I just say? Has anybody watched back the first?
I actually haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I always wait.
I watched a bit of it and I stopped because I couldn't believe the things that were coming out of my mouth.
How long? What Spurs?
The thing is, wait there. This podcast, we struggle with we struggle with keeping context in life. We struggle because we say things, we do things that I just think, what were we on in August? What was the temperatures in the air in August? What were we drinking? What were we eating? Because when you watch a season go by, you think to yourself, nah. And every season, someone, if at least 2 people have stinkers. But we're gonna get to them very, very quickly. The top 5 predictions. The top 5 predictions that people are giving, and it's in the order of 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. Obviously, the top 5 this season was Arsenal, who finished 1st, City 2nd, United 3rd, who finished 4th.
Villa
4th, Liverpool 5th. Let's start with David.
Oh man,
David.
What did I say?
I'm just going in order of the notes that everything came down. So
gosh.
David went with United 5th, Chelsea 4th, Arsenal 3rd.
I had a stinker there.
Liverpool 2nd, Manchester City 1st.
I had a stinker there. Bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
That's horrible.
Arsenal 3rd is outrageous.
United 5th horrible. Is outrageous. That is a horrible take.
Honest.
That is
United 5th after 15th
is outrageous.
At least I got it right.
It's
at least they finished top 3.
Yeah, that's by the grace. No, United is a horrible shout. Anyway, and I mentioned this.
Chelsea and Arsenal is bad. Yeah.
Arsenal 3rd. What kind of window do you think we had?
It's a horrible take.
Anyway, cool. Ernest. This gets interesting. Newcastle United 5th. Chelsea 4th. City 3rd. Arsenal 2nd. Liverpool 1st. I see why he hates Newcastle. He hates Eddie Howe.
I completely forgot I put Newcastle 5th.
Newcastle were in your top 5.
That's nasty.
They made the Champions League last season. Like, that's not that crazy. It's funny now because of how bad their season was.
Bro, I completely forgot my predictions for Newcastle.
Their window was so...
Yeah, their window was atrocious.
Eddie Howe still on the job as well. Interesting.
Don't do that, Lola. Don't do that.
Okay. It's the window.
Robinho.
Yo.
Went for Man United 5th. Manchester City 4th. Yeah, he did. Manchester City 4th. Arsenal 3rd. Chelsea 2nd.
Hey, that's a stinker.
Liverpool 1st.
That's a stinker.
Peter. Did you listen to the whole podcast?
I watched it throughout.
We need to talk about David and Robin because they both put Man United in their top 5.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I asked them?
Yes.
I don't remember what you asked.
Yes. You asked him what with Amarin in charge was the question. And the thing is, all of them said yes.
No. What I did I not say? No. I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. Did I not say? Did I say that I believe that the team's good enough? And then I do remember you saying, "No, I'm in charge."
Just own your cake. Just own it. Hold down.
Hold the L.
If the evidence is there, hold it.
Hold the L, because let me tell you something. This isn't the first L Robert's taken in this prediction.
No.
We're going to AD quickly. AD.
Oh, holy smoke.
And I want to think, yeah, that maybe to your Liverpool point on Diogo Jota, this is where your predictions went wrong. Spurs 5th.
Hey.
Peter, I need to ask you something. No, let me Peter. Because what's going to happen in the predictions again? I want to forget this moment. I want to speak positively about Spurs.
Yeah, I need you to. I need you to. Do you know what I've also learned about myself when it comes to people making their predictions? I tried to tell you at that time.
He did.
I tell you lot at that time, because the thing you can't get past is my hatred for Spurs. You just think I'm going in there, red spectacles, talking about Tottenham Hotspur, who finished 17th the last year.
I know.
17th again this year.
I tell you, listen, there's a trend here that I think none of you are clocking just yet, but you'll get there. His 4th place team was Manchester City. His 3rd place team was Chelsea. His 2nd place team was Arsenal, and his 1st team was Liverpool. Let me go to Oscar. He also went for Spurs in 5th place. He also went for City in 4th place. He also went for Chelsea in 3rd place.
Hey, yo.
He went for Liverpool in 2nd, and he went for Arsenal in 1st place.
Hey, this Spurs thing is crazy, man.
Hey, you got your champions correct.
That stinker. Sorry.
Ignore the other trend that took place, because we can get clouded by Spurs Man United talk. Do you know what the cloud that I was ranting about? What the hell is Chelsea doing above Man City? It's what I said on the pod.
Yeah.
But Pete, do you know what made me sick when I listened back to it? Because you questioned me and Adrian putting Spurs in there, and I started defending Spurs. I was doing lawyer.
You did
for Thomas Frank.
Look at they got Kudus. I asked you, what's Kudus done for West Ham? Oh, whoa.
Hey,
you've got Solanke. Dominic Solanke.
Hey, Pete, in that pod, yeah, did that whole thing that you don't go to Spurs to further your career? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you did.
We do it every year, David. We say that every year. Okay, my predictions. I had in 5th place Aston Villa. I had Chelsea in 4th. I had Liverpool 3rd. I had City 2nd. I had the Arsenal 1st. Just quick honourable mentions. Baraka had Villa 5th, Arsenal 4th, Chelsea 3rd, City 2nd, Liverpool 1st. Endo had United 5th, City 4th, Chelsea 3rd, Arsenal 2nd, Liverpool 1st. You lot, I don't know what Chelsea and City, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it's bad.
Let's rattle through some more quickly. Relegation predictions. David went for the 3 that came up: Sunderland, Leeds, Burnley. Stinker. Ernest went for Leeds, Wolves, and Burnley. 2 out of 3. Robinho went for Burnley, Leeds, Wolves, the same as Ernest. 2 out of 3. AD went for Leeds, Wolves, and Brentford. So he got 1 out of 3.
It was also Keith Andrews. I remember that.
Yeah, 100%. Oscar put Leeds, Sunderland, Burnley, the same 3 that went up. And I put Burnley, Wolves, and Brentford. Yeah, exactly that. Stinker on Brentford. Stinker. I mentioned on the pod that I said, if there's one thing I'll give Brentford, I can trust their structure, the way that they manage their thing. But I said a set piece coach to become the manager. I thought it can't run. They can't go into the well again, losing Wissa, losing whoever else. They can't go Norgard. They can't go into the well again.
They're looking like a PMP Brighton.
Exactly. No, they are. First manager to be sacked.
Oh my god,
David.
There's 6 different answers.
Who was the first manager to be sacked? Just out of curiosity, I can't remember.
It was Potter, wasn't it?
Graham Potter.
David was bang on with Graham Potter.
Bah, bah, bah.
Ernest went for Keith Andrews. Robin went for Eddie Howe. AD went for
I don't
Keith
believe
Andrews.
in him.
AD went for Keith Andrews. Oscar went for Nuno Espirito Santo. See, I thought he was the first one sacked.
I was close.
I thought it was him who was the first one that was sacked.
He was sacked 3 games in, no?
Yeah, I think Potter was second.
Yeah, I think it was second, you know. I might be wrong.
But I think also there was mutual consent with the Nuno one. I don't know if he got sacked. I can't remember.
Can't remember.
But let's go with Oscar winning that one with Nuno. And I went for Scott Parker. I mean, they got relegated, then they fired him.
Yeah.
Like, it's full nonsense. Top goal scorer. David went for Mohamed Salah. Ernest went for Erling Haaland. Yeah. Ernest went for Erling Haaland. Robin went for Victor Gyökeres.
Just on the sack thing.
Yeah.
On the 8th of September, it was Ange. 27th of September, it was Nuno. The 18th of October, it was Sean Dyche. 2nd of November is Rob Edwards. 1st of Jan, Rosinias. Yeah.
Wait, Postecoglou got sacked from where?
Sorry. I'm reading their replacement. Sorry. The first manager was 8th September was Nuno.
Okay.
The 27th of September was Graham Potter. The 3rd was Ange.
Okay.
And then
That's my 1W.
Yeah.
Wait, so Forest have got 2 in the top 3 in the first 3.
They were
Forest have got 2 in the first 3.
Remember what they were on? They were moving mad.
They had 4 managers.
They were moving mad.
Because there were still 2 more sackings after that. Rubinho went for Gyökeres. AD went for Haaland. Oscar went for Gyökeres, and I went for Gyökeres. I know.
Yeah, because I predicted.
I said I love the guy, but he's now an op. But I genuinely thought he was gonna bang for Arsenal.
You guys are not rating Erling Haaland, man.
How many
I went against the machine. I know.
How many goals did Gyökeres end on?
I think 14.
14?
Stinky.
In the thing in the predictions, it was 18 goals. So he's 4 off.
Hold on, 14 got number 14 with 14 goals.
14 prems. Love that.
Unpopular opinion, Arsenal don't play to his strengths. So as bad as he is,
we don't. But he's also
kind of makes sense.
22 goals in the season when he didn't play to his strengths. We'll take that. We'll go in.
It's decent, though.
All comps.
It's decent.
Yeah, the Champions League, Oscar. Don't say all comps like it's just like it was the Community Shield. It's freaking Champions League. Anyway, let's move on. Good surprise. Yeah, good surprise.
Go on.
Okay, I don't think David gave one, which is weird. Whether you dropped out of the chat, I can't remember. Good surprise from Ernest was Sunderland. Bang on. Bang on. They got to Europe, for goodness sake.
Wait. Hold on. Didn't he predict them to go down?
No, I didn't.
That was David, I think.
No, he predicted Leeds, Wolves, and Burnley.
Fair.
David predicted the 3 to go back down.
I said to you, look at their window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rubinho, ban for ban with Ernest, also went Sunderland. Bang on.
Yeah.
Predicted the same relegation 3 as Ernest. Maybe you lot did this together. AD.
Yeah,
you stunk.
No.
You went for El Hajj Malik Diouf, and you went for Diomande, sorry, from what club is he? Diomande.
He didn't make it. He didn't even make it.
He didn't even arrive. I think that's twice you've done that on predictions. You talked about a player that wasn't even there.
No. First one was Kudos, to be fair.
Yeah, Kudos went to a different club.
No, he came when he conquered.
Okay. Oscar said Esteval and he gave a club West Ham United. That stinks.
Mad.
I should have just left it at Esteval.
He was like, no. You see that pot of ball, yeah? He said, and Oscar said, I go on further. Oscar said they'll finish in the top 10.
Hey, that's crazy.
What? With Fulkrug?
Hey, Oscar jinxed me.
AD, wait there. AD, he mentioned that the fact Fulkrug was there. That's why.
Hey, Oscar jinxed me, bruv. It's your fault I'm in the championship, man.
And then that's when we addressed the 95 grand per appearance for Callum Wilson. He said,
bro, it's your fault, man. Nah, man, that's the Buck Mill and all them.
In fairness, hey, Wilson actually bagged a few.
Nah, man. You
Wait, like 8, 7?
So done. Okay.
Imagine the EFL, you know.
After review,
after review. I went for, because we gave a player and a team. I went for Everton, which, you know, I don't think they did as good. I think they literally fell off right.
Yeah, stinker. No, stinker.
At the end.
Stinker.
For the player, I went for Zubamendi. Is that a stinker as well?
That's a stinker. That's a big stink. That's a big stink.
You didn't put a player. It was kind of like we did it like
you put
in
Sunderland.
Well, this is a surprise.
You did. No. He did. He put in Dario Asugo.
Asugo, yeah.
Oh yeah, Chelsea.
I don't remember what I'd said.
I don't think
Probably
he
said
started.
someone bad.
You just stuck with the thing. Let's go to people that you're concerned of. David went for Martin Odegaard. That's fair.
He lifted the trophy.
Yeah, but he might be gone.
Ernest said Wolverhampton Wanderers. Hang on.
Great shout.
Just the team.
Rubinho put Nottingham Forest. Again, good shout. Very good shout. Here's another stinker. AD, where are you? AFC Bournemouth.
That's a house.
And it's a stinker. It's a stinker in retrospect, but at the time he said that they lost the back four, including the goalkeeper. Then I think then obviously Semenya we didn't know was gone, but yeah, that was his point. Like they lost them players. How are they going to go back to the well again and try and come up? Oscar, do you know who you said
as a concern?
Yeah, you said Fulham. Which I don't know where I am with that.
Fulham are just there.
It's a miss.
They're just there, isn't it?
I'd say post. I think post and out.
Yeah,
post and out.
Mid-table, man.
It's not horrendous, but it's bad.
I went for.
You're a couple years too. Now I'm gonna say, Oscar, you're a couple years too soon because you're gonna cash in on that one. Yeah, you're gonna cash in on that one.
I might re-up it.
Yeah. I went for West Ham United, and which I think is fair. And then finally, who needs to rise? David went for Martin Odegaard. Ernest went for.
He rose that trophy.
Ernest went for Benjamin Šeško because he was being brought in as the star boy for Man United. He needs to stay fit. He can finish. He just needs to stay frigging fit.
He's got the number 9, Peter. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well, you know what Robin went for, and I think here's the thing. Robin said a take. This was where to the point where Oscar said that's null and void, and I said I'm giving you grace to go again. You didn't. I went for Mason Mount.
But do you remember what I said? I said because he's been so trash.
Year. He said World Cup year. That's what he said. He said World Cup year.
That's a stinker, mate.
Mason Mount.
He didn't rise.
He didn't rise.
So there we go. So therefore,
AD said Dominic Szoboszlai, which I think he responded to the call to a degree.
He did respond.
No. You see Szoboszlai? Guys, ban me from saying that name next year, man. I'm sick and tired of it.
Yeah,
Good.
Every year, rise. Just, I need you. Here.
Have arrived.
I need you here today, man.
Have arrived.
By the way, he is.
You're my witness.
No, he is a lowercase G in Budapest. By the way, he was everywhere. The Szoboszlai prop is unreal. It's unreal. Bear in mind they've had Puskas. They've now got this guy. The prop is healthy.
Really?
It's healthy. Oscar went for Malu Gusto.
Yeah.
He didn't rise at
that's
all.
fair. I wanted him to rise, and he didn't.
He didn't. And I went for Martin Odegaard. Oh dear.
Been waiting all day for my number. Was that going off yesterday?
No.
There's all these fake fans, man.
No, do you know what it is? I heard Ben White. I heard Gyökeres, I had the Saka.
Gabriel?
I had Gabriel went up a lot. Gabriel went up a lot.
Gabriel's shirt sales went up by 350% after he missed the penalty. Did you hear about this?
You're joking.
I did.
I don't know if that's true. What's 350%? Because if you sell 1 million shirts, 350% is 3.5 million. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but he's not selling 1 million shirts though.
Yeah, so that.
What, in a season? What, in a season?
100,000.
You would have copped 1 million in a season, I think.
Well,
1 million Gabriel shirts.
Was there big? Is there a big market in Brazil for Arsenal?
So you're saying everybody that was in the vicinity yesterday, that amount of people have Gabriel shirts at home
over the course of a season, like
of this season.
Over the course of a season, you know, like you go to like Sports Direct. That's just outside, and we're not. You're just thinking of London alone. People live everywhere.
There's
not 1 million Gabriel shirts in the world. We can include Lil. They're not there. It don't exist.
That's right, guys. It's been a bumper episode this week. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to touch World Cup business next week. Sorry.
Next week.
It's been sensational. Paris Saint-Germain are your UEFA Champions League champions, and Arsenal are still your Premier League champions. We'll be back next week talking more football. Until next time, we are out. Peace.
All right, later, people.